Hello, everybody, and we are here. Um, Welcome to our D&D stream, Weaver of Stars, Legacy of the Lost, Episode 1. I'm Kevin. I am normally a PNG tuber, trying to change that maybe in the future. Maybe be a VTuber, like officially. And I am here with my friends Twyla and Rex and Corvid, who is our DM. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves a little bit too, and obviously we'll get to like the actual gameplay and our characters and stuff. But Corvid is going to make a brief little shout out right before we begin. So here we go. Okay, we are live.
Oh snap!
Okay, but yeah, so Corvid, if you'd like to make your shout out.
All right. So a big, awesome thank you to Limhart, who made the avatar for me, my DM self, because the court can't actually know I'm doing this because I'm not supposed to be doing this right now. I'm supposed to be doing my princely duties, but they don't need to know. But I wanted to give a shout out to her for doing that for me, especially since it was last minute. So, big ol' shout out there.
Awesome. But yeah, for those who are familiar with me, you'll see some familiar faces here. With, obviously myself, despite using a different picture this time around. But we got Twyla here, who's normally here with my ARAM and double up streams. Twyla, if you'd like to say hi. Oh, is Twy still AFK? Someone should probably ping them. Either that or their computer's being fucky.
Couldn't be me.
I got this.
Okay, well, we'll skip over Twy for now. I'm here with Rex as well, who is one of my close friends.
Hello.
And our DM/GM here, Corvid.
Hello.
Also a close friend, but you're not premiered yet, right?
No, I'm not premiered yet.
Okay, soon.
But
Soon.
when the summer. It's really good when I say soon and my hands do that.
Yeah, that's like, I was watching, I'm like, oh my goodness. Silly Goofy.
When the summer winds begin to truly start blowing is when I'll be premiering.
Lovely.
AKA June.
Yes.
I'm premiering in June.
Pride.
But sorry, I was.
Oh, I see Twy's mic moving.
Yeah, Twyla's mic is moving.
Like, I see their model moving, or their picture moving, so it means something's... It's probably the cat, but...
It's probably the cat.
Have they said anything?
No.
Yeah, I haven't heard them.
I did tag them 6 times going like, hey, we're live.
Okay, well... Scuff happens no matter what I do. Scuff is inevitable.
Is that we laugh and keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, hopefully nothing, like, happened.
Yeah, I hope so.
But for now, is there anything you'd like to maybe say to the viewers?
Well, I've been DMing for about 10 years. Yikes. Yeah, I've been DMing for about 10 years. I am honestly really happy to finally be doing a streamed game. Especially, with you. It's been great with all the prep work and lead up. it's also been really nice to bring other people into a world that I've been working in for about 8 years with other groups.
Yeah, it's very exciting. I like kind of being thrown into it.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. And
Oh shoot,
let's
I should
see.
have chat open.
A lot of people actually came together to get this off the ground. Oh, hey, look, it's the artist. Everyone, this Limhart right here, or Limhirth?
Limhirth. Limhirth.
Limhirth.
Limhirth.
Oh,
Okay.
Limhirth has my heart, so. But thank you again.
Hi, Kaylin.
Hi,
Thank you
Kaylin.
for coming. Currently, we're just
We'll
waiting
start
on Twyla.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but yes, an artist came together to help me get my stuff set up. We have our temporary avatars for the PCs done by yours truly. And we have a special piece of music that will be coming in later that was commissioned specifically for this D&D game.
Is there any way to raise the volume that's like of what's playing now, or is it intended to be like really, really quiet?
Oh, I can raise it, yeah.
Okay.
Right now what we have playing is actually a song called Romanza, which if you know any Spanish, Portuguese music, you know Romanza.
Yes.
Oh, hello. No, I don't want to try and be thrown into a different thing. Thank you. I hope they're okay.
Yeah, same here. I wouldn't have started if I knew that they would be gone for all. Oh, Mike moved again. That was.
Yeah, their mic keeps moving, but
Yeah, I think it's the cat. For now, I would like to direct everybody to this cool map.
oh yes, this is actually the continent that we're going to be on. Which I have a whole thing prepped for that.
Yes.
Once we get into it. But this is the continent that we are going to be playing on. Specifically, you're going to be playing on the west coast of it. Which is a part of the game world that most people haven't actually explored. So this is uncharted territory for most people.
Yes, yes,
Very
yes.
cool. But would you like me to call them?
Yeah, if you'd like.
Oh,
I am here. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
oh.
Hello.
I was having technical difficulties and trying to figure something else out at the same time. Sorry.
Okay.
Well, at least you're here, so that's
I am
good.
here. I'm sorry.
I was just very worried.
No, you're good. Sorry.
But we're here! Yippee! But yeah, so I had given you a small introduction earlier. I gave everyone kind of an opportunity, but for those of you familiar with my streams, Twy is here. Twy is normally around for my ARAM and my double up streams, and usually is in the chat otherwise. So, yippee. Okay, and with that, I think we can begin on your call.
Yep. Give
Absolutely.
me 30 seconds.
Yep.
And all right. It was just 5 years ago when Argoloth nearly ravaged the world around us. Luckily, there are heroes of the age who put themselves on the line, body and soul, to stop his ascension. The Silverwind mercenaries, a reputable company known for its connections not only to the Bruchian pirates of the East, also its two newest lead captains. Cad Silverwind and his wife, Nevi Silverwind, a champion of Bahamut and a proud hero who shielded the world from chaos alongside her adventuring party 5 years ago. Seeing an opportunity, the Silverwinds have been expanding their reach, finding a solid foothold in the wonderful world of Albania. The land of mercenary kings and queens, though none would ever call themselves as such. A colorful and fertile land, home to unique fauna and flora, accustomed to its more tropical nature to the south, and hardier, more robust types to the biting northern mountains bordering the former Goliath lands, now known as the Goliath Kingdom. Three souls find themselves on busy streets of Maravella, a coastal trading town known for its vibrant piers and where trades are shouted in 6 different languages. Music echoes down narrow streets lined with worn stone, warm, rich clay walls accentuated with accentuated with azulejo tiles, which tell stories of their own, even as many flow from the lips of travelers passing by. 3 souls, 3 fates, and 3 stories intertwining in a way they could never understand, as something deeper connects them like the stars in the sky. And I would like to start with everyone but Twyla muting their mic.
Yeah, quiet, guys.
I almost actually dragged you completely in a different direction. Oh no. What just happened? Where did you go?
I don't know.
Hello?
Everything's fine.
Go here. I don't know what happened there, guys. They
Mm,
decided to make a folder.
it's the app.
And it's always Roll20. Anyways. You've had this nightmare before.
Mm-hmm.
You are floating in an endless void where whispers are echoing around you. Somehow there is silence, and yet there are thousands upon thousands upon thousands of whispers. You can parse but a few words of them at times. Any attempt you've ever made to speak this foreign tongue has left you with migraines so terrible that you swore your skull was splitting in two. And yet here you are again. As you look around, you see the stars in the sky, planets below you. If you look at your hand, you are both looking at your hand and it is looking back at you. Far away, you see constellations moving. You see a snake for a brief moment as things connect across that sky. It is then cut in two by a knife, another constellation intersecting with it. And suddenly, you are not looking at the sky, you are looking at yourself, 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 and then you wake up. You can unmute yourself now.
Okay.
You awaken to salt-swept air blowing in through your window. It is a black screen. Hold on a second, guys. Dynamic lighting.
I was like, oh. Wow.
I'm blind.
Ah!
Oh, it's to be fixed. Someone
Okay.
turn the lights on. Okay. Dynamic lighting my below. But you awaken to salt-swept wind coming in through your window.
Okay.
What do you do?
Well, she probably gets out of bed.
All right. Now, you're here with a mission. What are you trying to do today?
I'm gonna be an adventurer. Or
An
a
adventurer?
mercenary if she's lucky.
Correct. And so, you pack your things and you make your way out. Ignoring, again, the oh so interesting dream that you keep having.
Status quo.
As you pass by you only get up to about the walls that like create that second layer to most of these streets as you're kind of weaving in and out of busy narrow streets, and you slightly bump into someone.
Ooh.
But continue on your way.
Alrighty.
Trey.
Oh, hello.
Someone just smacked right into you and then just kept walking.
You probably heard a small. Oh, sorry.
I just let it go.
All right. How are you feeling now that you're finally here?
I don't really know how I'm feeling. It's kind of surreal being in this environment.
Now, continue.
No, you continue. That's fine.
All right. Then, what do the common folk around you see as you're walking through? You are also on a mission. You know where you're headed. But
Yeah.
what does that look like?
So, Trey here is half orc. He's decked out in chainmail and some like black leather, with a cloak and a hood. The hood's down right now, but he's got the black hair with the red highlights there, and his eyes really pop out from behind the dark rings around his eyes. Pretty much everyone who looks at him is like, "Oh, this guy has seen some shit."
Indeed, he has. You do notice that, while some people are giving you a bit more of a wide berth, there are just as many people who don't care and are very much in your personal space moving past you. But regardless, you know where you're headed, and you know what you're here for.
What am I here for?
You are also here to join the Silverwind
Oh, for the
Mercenaries.
Silverwinds. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. It happens.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm here to join the Silverwinds. I'm a little bit I don't know. I feel maybe a little ambivalent about it. Um it you know, but this is the path that I'm on, and I'm going to see it through.
And so you do. As you continue your slow walk towards the pier, taking a different route than the small person who ran into you. Now, instead of walking in the sun, Cassandra, how are you headed to your destination?
A bit antsy, I guess you could say. I'm kind of just trying to take whatever path I can. I don't really know the location super well. I haven't really been able to be given that much time to explore. But I am, I'm a woman on a mission, and I'm looking. I'm certainly trying. So a bit frazzled, but just trying to find her way there.
And takes a bit, admittedly. The streets are somewhat winding, and unlike modern day cities, there's no gridlock. After a bit of winding, you do find yourself at the pier, which is exactly where they told you to go, and they told you that you needed to go and find the fated lady.
The fated lady.
Fated lady. It is a... was at one point an adventuring tavern, but it has recently been taken over by the Silverwinds. Not like hostily, but they just kind of came in and now they hang out there a lot. And they also bought the place recently. But wanting to keep true, they still function as an adventuring hub. But there's a lot of mercenaries that tend to come through now. When you all talked to Christina and Asai separately, or were told to go talk to Christina and Asai, they mentioned that if you were looking for them, you would find them here. And that you only simply needed to ask. Sandra, as you finally make your way there, you see someone who doesn't really look like they should be in front of a mercenary house. Twyla,
The fuck are you
why
talking
don't you
about?
describe yourself?
Well, first of all, you're not really looking up, you're looking down, probably towards the floor. You almost miss her at first, and then you look down. She stands at about almost 3 feet, maybe, give or take, probably a little less. She has a kind of excitable energy to her. She's clutching a magical tome, or what you can assume to be a magical tome. You don't fucking know. It's a book. And it's been very, very well loved. She adjusts her pointed little hat and with it there's a small little jingle, and there's a chain that has a bunch of tiny little beads and stars and little planets on it. It clinks and it makes noise, and it's very clearly homemade. And she just has this robe of purple, and it matches everything else about her. She's not quite pale. She's got a little bit of a tan to her, but she's definitely pretty pasty compared to how hot it is outside. You can tell she has not been around. She's a little bit on the thicker side. She's not really like a little skinny thing that you'd expect most halflings to be. And she's got probably shoulder blade length purpley hair that kind of has a shift to it and has a little bit of a darker color every now and again. But she is looking at the doors of this building and taking in a deep breath.
So, a fairly large shadow kind of blocks the sun. As Trey, you actually are right behind her now.
Oh. Okay. Sorry, let me get my bearings for a sec.
Question: are they both like in the front of the guild?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
All right, so the guild was the guild the destination? Is that
Yes.
okay? I probably don't even acknowledge her and just walk right by.
All right.
She kind of looks up as he passes and just like a little, oh. It barely can be heard as he enters.
Oh, what can barely be heard?
Just a little whoa.
All right.
After kind of semi-witnessing that, I kind of just not strut, but like walk with a purpose. It kind of in myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I kind of just like kind of look down at the short little gremlin in front of me, and I go, "Excuse me," and then I just kind of make my way in.
Oh,
All right.
sorry.
What does she see as you are walking in? And
So you see a quite beautiful woman with light brown skin. Because I'm walking by, you can see kind of like little glimmers of green on my body, specifically more on the right side. Um, I'm dressed very like almost opposite of how you're kind of describing yourself. A very loose clothing, definitely fashion forward. Like she knows what she knows she looks good, that kind of thing. She's feeling herself. Um, Medium length, not medium length, sorry. Short hair, with visible like black roots. You could see it almost like freshly shaven. Um, with like a green like halter top with like black and gold pants. So she looks very dressed up for the occasion, and she's just trying to make her way in. And she's fairly young, like in her early 20s.
all right. And Cassandra, you make your way directly in, and I assume that Honora follows closely behind.
Yes.
All right. Seeing as now two people have just walked right past you.
Yep.
Alright.
Fortune favors the bold.
Didn't know you worshipped Tamora.
Well, you know.
Now, technically speaking, this should be a black screen for you. I know. Hold on.
I'll roll 20.
Here we go.
There we go. Now, to a map. As you can see, you can move forward, and you can unlock the door and open it.
I make my way right there.
And feel free to click on the door. And welcome. As you enter, you do see that there are a lot of the more robust mercenary types just kind of sitting around. The banner of the Silverwind Mercenaries hangs on the far wall near the bartender, who looks you all over and gives a nod. Very few of these people pay you a passing glance, though you're looking for someone very specific. Despite the lack of avatars on here, this place is actually pretty packed. I would like each of you to roll a perception check. And also enter the building.
Oop.
Yeah.
There we go.
Sorry, I'm still getting used to. So just dice and then. Oh. Sorry, I'm just trying.
Even better, you actually just go right to your sheet and you just click perception.
Oh
Ooh.
shit! Okay, that makes
That
that.
+1 isn't a real thing, so it's just that.
Okay.
I'm also 2 GM, so let me fix that so that doesn't
Yeah.
happen.
Don't think I can make it visible, but I do see what it is.
I can simply.
Yeah. You rolled a 6.
Sure did! She's a little too starstruck right now.
Alright. Do you have advantage on perception checks?
According to this, I do. I believe it was. Let me check my stuff. Oh yes, I do. I think I remember what it was from. Oh god.
Gonna remove your guidance though, because you're not guided.
I don't even know what causes that. I don't think I.
Oh, it's just a little thing that's clicked on the bottom.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it always does that. It's roll 20. Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
See, let's
believe
see.
I opted into that through something. Was it on the core? See, when we made these like 2 years ago, that's when I had this in mind. Not.
So check bio. I'm not seeing anything here that would give you advantage.
Let me see here. Yeah, normally I have this in, like, whenever I do it in person, I usually have it in writing as to what each thing was for. I swear there was a reason for it. Well, until I'm able to figure that out, just treat it as if it was the regular roll, I guess, but...
Right, remind me how to say your actual full name. Treyek?
Treyek.
Treyek?
Treyek. Yeah.
Alright. So Treyek, you're the only person who sees them. Which is impressive, because they're very not hard to miss. But, sitting at the bar itself, you spot the back of their heads. Well, no. You spot the back of one of their heads, but you mainly see the cat ears and the tail that's kind of swishing right next to them, and that you have found your quarry.
My what?
Your quarry, aka you found the people that you're looking for.
Okay. I guess I would walk up to them in that case.
All right.
Do I know these guys' names?
You do. Give me one moment. So you know that. So you know that the tabaxi in front of you is Asai Silverwind, and next to her is her wife, Christina LaFay Silverwind.
And what species or what race is Christina?
She is a human.
Okay.
You do see as you're approaching, Asai's ear kind of moves backwards and twitches slightly, but she doesn't really make a move to turn to you yet. And Christina's head does tilt slightly in your direction, but not fully.
I guess I would say Asai, Afei, I'm here to join the Silverwinds.
Finally, Christina turns around and just... I'm gonna move her so you can properly
yeah.
see.
Yeah, Christina.
Yeah, there we go.
Asai and Christina.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's all good. Christina turns fully towards you and just... Oh, there you are. Was wondering when you turn up.
I'm new to the area. It took a little while.
It happens to the best of us. Not everyone's used to all the urban environments. And Asai tilts her head slightly at you. And just... So you've decided then? You'll be joining us or attempting to?
I will.
Sorry, taking any blood.
Yeah, it's an honor to be here.
Oh. Don't get too sentimental yet, kid. Still gotta prove yourself a little bit. You know that you can do stuff. We just gotta see what you can do, you know? And, as they're talking, you, Cassandra and Honora, you actually hear the conversation rather than see it. And you connect the two figures who are at the bar to the person that you were... one of the people that you were looking for. Do you approach?
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think the perception thing from earlier came from one of my class, not class. Yeah, actually, it was a class thingy, like one of the proficiencies.
Oh, okay.
I'll mark those down after, I guess, or when I get.
So there's nothing wrong with the like. So there's nothing wrong with the like adding. It's the advantage that I was confused about.
Oh, I don't know how that got put into there. Did I have to like click something to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a little thing on top that says advantage, normal, and disadvantage. You probably have advantage clicked.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I clicked on normal now, so should be fine.
All right.
Okay.
But
But yeah, I'm most definitely approaching. Assuming do I see the face that I was specifically looking for?
Yes, you do.
Okay, yeah, I make my way right over.
So after they say like, uh, we have to see what you can do, or what, I don't remember exactly what it was that they said, but is it okay that I do something? I respond to that.
Of course.
Yeah. So uh, so Drake would say, I'll I'll show you what I can do, and then just cast Firebolt at this chair over here. Can you see that?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Now, did you do that before or after your future allies?
Before they got in the way.
All right. As you are casting, that is when you are approaching. So all of a sudden, you two see this half orc just point their finger and set a chair on fire, and this guy, freaks out a little bit and just, hey, 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 and just starts. He like takes the water pitcher that is on the table and just pours it onto the chair. And the bartender just, hey, no magic in here. That's a good way to get your ass kicked out.
Oh. Sorry.
Asai kind of looks over and does like a hand sign to the guy, who backs off a little bit and just, yeah, we don't mean try it out in here. And then Christina comes in. We mean that eventually some shit's gonna come up in the city. That's just how life works. And we want to see you prove yourself out there. When it's actually dangerous.
Right. Of course.
So as that happens, I see the firebolt get shot into the chair, and I'm immediately like laughing about it, like almost to like there's like a tear in my eye, and I kind of just like make my way over and I tap this big hulking firebolt caster in the back, and I say, "Good one, big guy."
And Anora kind of walks up also. She's like, magic user.
You cut
Nice
out
to
a bit
meet
there.
you. Another magic user.
Yes, nice to meet you. I'm Trey.
Cassandra.
Name's Anora. Anora Nightseeker. Nice to meet you. And she just puts her hand up for a handshake.
I kind of like gently reach down and like with like kind of like almost like with like a pinching motion, like grab your hand and start shaking it.
It does not deter her at all.
Yeah, I didn't even have to introduce them to each other.
Immediately my attention is drawn back to the two in front of us.
Yep, same.
Christina looks over you three and just, alright, well. You three want to be Silverwinds now. She's gonna lean back on the bar. Why?
You kidding
Not
me?
the specifics, but just a general. Why?
I want to help people.
Alright. What about you, Tiny?
This is a mercenary group that's being led by a hero. Why wouldn't anyone want to join this mercenary group?
I suppose, but you could say the same thing about joining the Goliath army, or, going to magic school.
Well, it's about making a difference on my own terms. I don't need a fancy school to be learning magic.
Alright then. And she lightly kind of reaches down, just pulls the hat a little bit lower on your head before turning to Trey. And just, alright, big guy. What about you? Why us?
Well, it's just something I wanted to do.
And Christina looks, and it looks like she's thinking for a moment, and nodding, and nodding, and nodding, and then just... Yeah, no, good. Alright. And then she kind of looks at you all and is like, alright, so let's get some of the less fun stuff out of the way. One. You are a mercenary. That means that sometimes you gotta take jobs that you might not like. Yeah, we try and do jobs that are, you know, not scummy, but sometimes you gotta do something scummy to do something right. You get what I'm putting down?
Got no problem with that one.
Alright.
Yeah, sure.
2. Gotta find a place to live. So, I suggest that you 3 get real friendly with each other real fast. Because there's not a lot of housing here. Unfortunately, we don't really have rooms here. Those are kind of booked up. But I do know that there are a couple of different, kind of like apartments around. Alternatively, you can try and find some of the inn rooms. But if you're going to be here for a while, you should probably find somewhere stationary and not somewhere where a guy can just walk in and take your stuff.
I'd like to see him try.
Yeah, with this lugging man over here, I can't imagine that that would go too well for him.
Alright.
Yes.
So then roommates sounds good.
And a sigh under her breath, and they were roommates.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
Alright. Now, you can do magic. What can you 2 do?
You can't tell? I'm a wizard.
Alright, cool. Continue.
Like, oh, me, or is that...
Yeah, that's
Like,
you.
okay, you said continue, so I wasn't... I dabble.
You dabble.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Get to know a
I
girl,
see,
maybe
I
she'll show you a couple things.
You see that Christina smirks a bit, and then you watch as Asai reaches over and with her claws just kind of grips into her knee. Just, oh, I was joking! Gods above! Go through literal hell and back and you think I don't love you? I'm just making sure.
I kind of turn to the other 2 and I go, "Rawr."
Yeah, see how this one. And Asai just kind of shakes her head and kind of shoos her wife off. And just, alright. Well, if you are all serious, then follow me. And she starts walking this way, leaving Christina just at the bar, and motions for you all to follow.
I kind of do like a little like toodaloo type wave and I make my way over.
Alright. She stops in front of the door. Oh, you good? There we go.
Yeah,
Stops in front of the door and just kind of gives a quick, you know, knock. Waits. Knocks again. Waits. Puts her ear up to the door. Okay, they're good. And she opens it. Someone might actually need to open it for me because I cannot. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
No! Yeah, there we go. And in front of the door is another half-orc man, fairly tall. Very tall, actually. And he looks down, and he kind of looks terrifying. He has scars covering one side of his face with the Silverwind Mercenary logo over his eye patch. He has elongated canines, and his tusks curl up onto his upper lip. His ears slightly pointed, and you can see that there seems to be not only just normal scars from battle, but a large lightning scar that just ricochets down his body and then disappears underneath pitch black armor. And for a moment, he's very stern and looks at you all, and then he smiles and just, well, there you are, Asai. These the French blunts? And she looks over and just, yeah. Here. And she moves aside and just motions for you all. You all need to get sworn in. And, he looks down at Honora and just, well, hello. Nice hat. Hold on, he doesn't talk like that. Well. Hello. Nice hat.
Thanks. Made it myself.
Huh. Always good to see somebody's handy with their hands. Oh. Come on in.
I kind of snicker at the comment.
And, you see... actually, she's probably over here. As you walk in, you're in an office. Very much just...
Oh, did the door get closed or?
No, there's just someone in the way.
Oh, okay, I just wasn't checking. I was like, what the?
Sorry, I moved. There you go.
Really? I didn't think you'd be blocking much vision.
Hey, it's about presence, alright?
Yeah.
I take up the room.
Big character.
As you walk in, the man looks over and he gives Treyek a once over and nods. Looks at Cassandra and just, I heard about you. Alright.
Good things, I hope.
Yeah, couple.
I'll take it.
And just, walks over and just, hey, Nevi, these are the new recruits that were coming to meet us. And, you see the back of this person. This is the tallest person you've ever seen. She dwarfs this orc. She is a good 8 feet tall.
Oh.
And you see that there are scales slowly going up the back of her neck. Brown hair kind of tied into a ponytail. A little bit of white just kind of flickering through. But it doesn't look like it's from age as much as it is from some sort of magic. A large blue and silver scale mail that is covering her body, and you can see that her skin has these blue markings across it as she turns to face you and just, oh, hey.
Trey kind of looks at her with like surprise and just says, "Tall girl."
Yeah, I get that a lot. She walks over and just,
Ain't just any girl.
and she like kind of nods in your direction and kind of just, well, I guess someone's done their history. I'm a
What?
Nevi Silverwind. Nice to meet you. And this is Cad. And she, very goofily almost, very much breaking the knightly persona that she just had on. Just, this is Cad, and Cad just nods and just, that is true, I'm Cad. And yes, the Cad, the Nevi, nice to meet you. He happened to be in the area, so, Asai figured that we should be the ones to, swear you in.
Golly, what an honor.
As you are standing there, there is a pressure that comes off of this woman. It's an intimidation that, despite the fact that she is so relaxed in front of you, there is a power just behind her eyes that you can feel in the air. But she poses no danger to you. Just... Alright. Oh, sorry, that's not how she talks. Alright, so... Right. And she kind of goes over this way and starts fumbling around with some of the paperwork, and he looks over at her with just all of the love in his heart and looks back and just, alright, so raise your hand. And he waits.
Nora raises her hand.
Alright. I... Your name. Yeah.
At this point, Trey puts his hand up and says, I...
Honora Nightseeker.
Perfect. Look at the rest of you.
Cassandra.
Hereby swear.
Hereby swear.
Hereby swear.
To defend the people.
To defend the people.
To defend the people.
Of Mizora.
Of
Mizora.
Against any threat, big or small.
Against any threat, big or small.
And not be blinded by the avarice of greed.
And not be blinded by the avarice of greed.
He looks over and just, good try. But... Alright. Now, the other thing, and as you do that, I need all of you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
I think I will roll this one with advantage.
I can re-roll that.
Hold on.
What is the +4 for?
You cannot use your...
Banger.
Sorry.
I don't have Bless on, so I don't know why it's doing that, but that's... The +4 is not supposed to be there.
You have guidance checked off somewhere or Bless.
I don't.
But... You sure?
Yes, I'm looking at my sheet. I'm confused.
Hold on, let's see. Let's go figure
I
out
haven't
what's
touched
on
anything.
Here. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, you do. Global save modifier, 1d4 bless. Unclick. There we go. It's fixed.
It wasn't on my screen. I'm so confused.
Bro, I rolled a 0.
Oh.
You sure did.
I didn't see that.
So,
okay, alright, yeah. So, Nora's fine.
Everyone but Honora fails. These two willingly fail. As, you are all subject to Zone of Truth except for Honora. And
That's
the door
hilarious.
closes. And as a sigh, closes it. Alright. Now let's get to some of the more serious stuff. The truth is, there's been a lot going on in this area. And we're looking for people who are, how to say, not afraid to get their hands dirty if it means making the world a better place. Now, as you know, after stupid egg broth over there, and you would know that egg broth is what a lot of people call Argoloth recently. Egg broth, after he was banished down to the abyss again and destroyed, unfortunately, a lot of cults started popping up in this area, which was already a problem. Now, there's been a couple real bad ones popping up all over, and while we're dealing with the majority of them, we need a couple extra people out here in Albania to make sure that, nothing gets to, the world's about to end again levels of, bad. Now, we don't expect you to go off and, fight the King of Demons, but we do expect you to be vigilant. Or can you be vigilant?
Yeah, why not?
Lie.
I'm sorry, what does that mean?
Vigilant means that you gotta keep your eye out
Ah,
for people doing shady shit.
yes.
I usually have an eye for that.
Mm-hmm. Alright, next things next. Truth is, something weird and funky is going on in this town, and we don't know what it is. So, we needed some people who wouldn't draw attention, new bloods, to come and explore the place. That's you. Congratulations. Now, they're not going to show themselves right away, which means that you just got to prove yourselves a little bit. But keep an eye out and make sure to report back to either Asai or Christina, preferably Asai, because she can get word back to us if anything starts going real bad for you. Keep your ear to the ground and make sure you listen for rumors. Alright?
Treyarch puts his ear on the ground as soon as he says that.
I don't think that's what he means, man.
Come on, big guy. If there was noise coming out of there, don't you think this little fella here would have heard it?
Probably true, actually.
Mm-hmm. I know my stuff.
Alright. Now, can I trust you to not get mixed up and go and join a death cult?
Is this not what we're doing?
No, I would never get involved with another death cult.
Another? As opposed to fear, it's almost awe.
And
What?
Debbie walks over and just, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens to the best of us. Not me, but it happens.
That is exactly the words that she would say, thank you.
It's almost like you've been playing that character for 8 years, and now that she's an
Almost.
NPC, she's mine.
Yes, it's true.
But she looks over and just. But yeah, in all seriousness, there's a bunch of cult stuff going on. We want you to keep an eye on it. We're not expecting you to go and go fist to fist with them, but just keep an eye out. In the meantime, and she's gonna reach into her bag and she pulls out 1 platinum piece.
Oh.
and hands it to Trey. Why don't you go buy yourself something nice? I heard the market's really good this time of night. Night? She looks out the window. Huh. Man, we napped longer than I thought we did.
Will this be enough?
Buddy, it's a platinum piece. You could probably buy like 6 houses with a platinum piece.
6. Trey kind of just stares at the coin in his hand, like,
Yep, number after 5, buddy.
Jesus Christ.
Now be nice.
It's not a big deal, man. It's alright. We can figure
That
out what we
is-
want to get together. I mean, we're gonna be a team and all.
yes. Of course, I would. Yes.
Deep breaths, buddy. She's being very genuine to him.
I'm sorry. This is a lot of money for me.
Do you want me to hold it?
I think that would be best.
Alright, I'll hold it then.
I pass
And
it.
She takes it. She puts it in her little bag.
Cassandra, you hear rustling from underneath the bear rug.
Huh. I kind of just like make my way over to the rug, and I turn to sorry, what was her Twi's like old character?
Oh, and Evie.
Oh, a Nevi?
And
Yeah, you should probably put their names.
I will.
Yeah. And I go, "What's this carpet made of?"
Bear.
I put my ear kind of closer to the ground.
And in Draconic, you hear as a little snout kind of pops out from it.
Your word cut out though. What did you say?
Boo.
Oh, okay.
And I don't have an avatar for them, but little sheen of silver scales as a silver dragon wormling kind of crawls out from underneath this bear rug.
Out of pure instinct, I kind of go to like smack it, but then I like stop myself.
As you go to do that, you saw that Cad was like already in the process of going to grab your arm, but he stopped seeing that you stop.
And then I kind of just like look back down and I go, "Not the best move to make, but I applaud your efforts." And I take a couple steps back.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of just like deep breath in, deep breath out. Anyways, maybe head out.
Of course. And the dragon looks over and just sorry, and Evie and Cad just nod and just she's sorry. That's Nyx. She's
Love
our
my
daughter.
Yep. Love my daughter, and Evie just says out loud.
Yep. You're not playing her. Go away. But she does say that. It's like,
yeah.
I love my daughter. But
I'm glad I didn't go with my alternate solution to this. Because I was initially just going to step on the carpet.
That would have been really funny, but they wouldn't have faulted you for it. But I'm like, all right, now head out, go enjoy the market, and just keep an eye out. Remember.
Honora just reaches her hand out to Anevi to shake her hand.
Honora, how does it feel to have your entire arm nearly ripped out of its socket?
Like a painful honor.
Yeah, but that is kind of what it's like shaking her hand. And she
Beautiful.
goes around, shakes each of you, and just, all right, now get out of here.
Thanks for taking the time to meet us.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, big fella.
I'm coming.
Okay.
Let's.
Ooh.
All right. And as the door closes, for a moment, we're gonna stay with the Nevian Cad, and he just looks over and just. Another death cult, really, Nevi, and just. Right. It happens, and then it's back with you guys. And Desai is like leaning against the door and just, all right, you guys all sworn in?
And Nora nods.
All right. Doors that way. And go explore.
Off we go to explore.
All right. As said before, today's mostly an RP session. Mostly. And we're back here. As you are now walking as a group, how does it feel to be walking with the people next to you? We'll start with Cassandra.
It feels very like in a word, unfitting. This is very sitcom-y, and it's just very much like the feeling of confusion and like Cassandra is no stranger to having people from all like walks of life just suddenly being in your life, but like it's just frankly it's the size difference. It's the size difference, it's the clothing, it's really everything. This you couldn't have grabbed 3 more different people.
It's beautiful.
Actually, Cassandra, as you're walking, is there anything else about your character that you would like to describe?
Yes. So I mentioned that there was like a green glimmer going down my body. With a better look, you can see that there's scales. Most specifically, going down the right side of my neck, and they kind of taper down the arm, but very specifically in a very familiar like shape in a formation. Would they be familiar with it, or I guess that's something that they would have to.
So, Treyek, I would like you to roll nature, and Honora, I would like you to roll history.
Alright.
Nature.
Again, the plus, Alex.
Look, I'm not smart. I don't know things.
Understandable.
Hold on. Okay, and then you had guidance on the bottom clicked. We're good. We fixed it.
It's not like that for me. I'm so confused. It's fine.
It's okay. All right. So, huh. Let me see. Let me see something. Actually, that wouldn't help you. That would make it a 10 though. Would you like to use religion instead?
Who, me?
Yes.
Sure.
Or even survival would work. Actually, survival would probably work better.
Yeah, do you want me to roll again, or just take the 9 plus 1?
Roll again.
Or 8 plus 1, right? Or no, 10 plus 1 would be an 11.
Yeah.
I roll again.
You
A
rolled an 18.
Much better.
So I'm gonna give you that because you actually interacted with her a little bit more than Honora did. Honora, you're gonna be able to re-roll this again, but Prick, you actually recognize that the symbols going down the scales going down her arm are a bit more recognizable to something than you would have thought. Cassandra?
So as you're taking an analysis of my arm scales, you see they form the constellation Cassiopeia.
Oh.
And then also, something slightly less notably, my head is shaved, so you have a very, good look at the top part of my body. Along the nape of my neck, there's also a symbol there.
Okay.
Which that one, I don't know if would also be known, but I don't think so.
I don't think anyone knows that one.
Okay. But yeah, so, taking note of the, analysis of my arm, I kind of, turn back and I go, see something funny?
Not funny. Just admiring your scales, I suppose.
She kind of pauses, and then, a little bit of a blush appears, and then another, you can kind of tell thoughts are kind of racing at that moment, and then once again, she just kind of, takes the deep breath and goes, yeah, I get that a lot. I, frankly, kind of resent them sometimes, but I've grown to love them. Then I turn to Honora, and I say, oop, sorry.
Hmm?
No, I said you were typing, so I was just making sure. I turn to Honora and I say, hey, there was something you said back in the tavern, or in the guild. You said you don't think you need a fancy school to pick up on magic. Was that correct?
Yeah. Well, anyone can learn.
Yeah, that quite resonated with me, actually. I agree wholeheartedly.
Really? All right. Well, I guess I did find my people.
I guess you did.
This is going to be so funny.
I've been studying to be a wizard all on my own. Figured it out perfectly. You don't need a school or any of that fancy stuff. You can learn it all on your own.
True.
Just takes practice. I love her. She's so stupid. I love her so much. What a goofy ass character I made.
So, okay, yeah, sorry. Are either of you familiar with this area? Because frankly, I'm lost.
In. You are absolutely lost. Honora probably has the most.
I've been here a couple times.
Yeah. But you two on the ends? Not really. But, just letting that ride forward. Continue.
My pop runs a bakery, see, so we do a lot of deliveries around here. So I know a little bit of the area. We can figure it out.
Okay. Shall we then?
Yeah. I
Lead
can
the
at
way.
least show you where the markets are.
Excellent. We can maybe spend a little bit of this lottery winning we got.
Yes. Well, something I think we should probably do first is look for an apartment.
True.
'Cause it's probably gonna be a pain in the
Right.
ass if we look for it last, especially with, whatever monies we spend.
I mean, I've been known to be pretty capable of holding onto my money.
Yeah, it's more just like it's security and finding our house first.
Well, I guess you're leading us for now.
Yeah.
Take the front.
Would she know any places that are apartment like type things, complexes, things like that?
Sort of.
Okay.
Sort of. So, there. How to say? There are 6 places that you can think of.
Alright.
With their good, and bad, but you don't know which ones are currently available.
Alright.
Right now, you know that there's the net loft,
Mm-hmm.
which is really close. It's above a fishmonger's shop, right near the docks. You would also know it smells like fish.
Yeah. I was about to say, the smell. Don't think I want to live there. That's the last resort.
There's a upper room in the Ivy House, which is actually above an apothecary in the Market District, so you'll actually be right near there. There's that. There's the Broken Bell Room, which is the 3rd floor of a half-abandoned bellmaker's tower, kind of at the end of town. Honestly, it is not. It's cheap. There's rumors that it's haunted, but it's cheap. And then you have a couple of the better ones. There's the how to say this, because this sounds better. There's El Cuatro dos Cedros, which roughly translates to the Room of Cedars, which is actually kind of tucked behind a chapel to Avandra, and there's a herbalist garden in the oldest upper hilly area, and it overlooks some terraced fields there. Then there's the upside down shell, is what it translates to. But it's hidden in one of those narrow alleys just behind the fish market. But it's actually built into another old converted chapel tower.
Okay.
And then the last one is how do I pronounce this? Hold on. I wrote this and now I can't remember how to pronounce it. So give me a second.
Real of you.
Hold on. I gotta hear let me hear it. All right. It's really embarrassing because of what it actually translates to, but it's La Casa Vermella, which is just the red house.
Lovely.
It's actually built on top of an old basalt outcrop near the harbor cliffs. So it's slightly removed, but has a really killer view of the open sea. It's also the most expensive. And it's built on volcanic stone. But yeah, it is a little bit expensive because it's not an apartment; it's a house. But
It's like a for sale house.
it is a for sale house.
Okay. So we wouldn't
So
have
I'll
to
write
pay
these
rent
down.
when we buy it, is the thing then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So there's the red house, which you can rename these once you start living there.
Yes.
And if you want to go visit any of them, you can.
And I ask just for my own details and stuff like that. There would be enough room for a little, like, garden in the house, like the red house.
Yep.
Okay. Nora would kind of vie for that option if they have that money, but also it does depend on their team.
What was the thing? Are you like asking the group if that's what you want to do, or like?
To be fair, yeah, Nora would list all of those out loud to her two companions because those are the ones that she knows and thinks of with little descriptors all throughout of just like I'd rather not live above fish if I have the choice. Sounds kind of stinky. She would give like little like the apothecary wouldn't be bad, but on the other end, if we all buy the house together with the platinum piece that we got, then we don't have to worry about renting a space from anybody. We can just do whatever we want with the house. And it's all three of us.
And you said you were searching for a garden space?
It'd be preferable. I mean, that way we don't have to worry too much about food if we can get like plants in there, you know what I mean? We can at least have vegetables. We'll just have to worry about meats and stuff like that so we can pay minimum bills. I'm trying to think of it in like a thriving in this place since we're all probably going to be here for a while and hopefully living together for a long time.
Well, and then I may not appear it, but, and then I kind of just like, flick my wrists in like a matter-of-factly way. I happen to be a druid, so the nature would be pleasant.
Oh, I've seen one of you guys before. That's real cool.
You have? Whereabout?
I've never, is what she said.
Oh, never.
Sorry.
Sorry, your voice cut out to me. In that case, sweet. So that's two for nature. How are you feeling? And I kind of turned to Trey.
It makes no difference to me where we stay.
All right.
If you two are so inclined, then I suppose that works for me.
All right. Sounds nice.
Letting the ladies make the decisions. I like it.
So where would you like to go? Because there's a couple places that fit what you're looking for.
Believe we were looking for the red house.
Yeah, the red house is what I was thinking.
All right. As you pass through, it takes 20 minutes to get there from where you were. But as you approach, it is pretty. There's stone walls that are blackened from that ancient volcanic stone, and it's actually naturally cool inside, which is really nice because it is about to hit like noon, so the sun is beating down on you right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's a red tiled roof that is slightly patched with driftwood and tar cloth. You definitely think that this could use some TLC, but again, you're getting a house rather than an apartment if you go here.
Mm-hmm.
And the person who owns it, you actually would have to go look for them. So you would have to go find them. They are a kind of... It's an older man that has a bit of a black mutton chop.
Did not mean to send that.
It's okay. You're using Druidcraft to just make yourself cooler. You're blowing air into your face, like one of those pocket fans.
Yes.
But, he has these black mutton chops, and he looks really mean. And then you go and tell him that you're interested in the house, I assume?
Yes.
And he immediately brightens up and he goes, "Oh, good. I've been trying to get rid of that house for a long time. Nothing's bad about it. It's just, well, you see, that used to be, uh, my wife's parents' house. And,
Ah.
well, they went and passed on, and, me and my wife don't really need it, and, our kids went off and traveled the rest of the continent, and the only one that's around here has her own house, so there's really no use keeping it, so we're looking for some good folks to take it over who want to take care of it.
Yeah,
Will you take care of it?
absolutely. Yeah.
Sounds good to
When
me.
I make a home, I make a home. I don't know why I was southern there. It's fine.
It's alright. Well, if you'd like, I can take you up to the house and you can take a look. Just the three of you, or?
Yeah, just 3 of us.
Oh. And he is honestly kind of confused because, he's not really sure what to make of your group.
No one ever will be.
And he kind of just, oh. Well, shall we?
We shall.
Show the way. And Nora kind of steps off behind him. Like, listen, this is the only time in any world ever that we're gonna be able to afford a house. You know what I mean? We might as well do it in fantasy. I'm not gonna rent an apartment in fantasy when I can just buy a house.
Fair.
As you approach, you actually do see, now that you're going up and getting a little bit closer, you see that there is actually a little quintal, a little garden that, is currently, like, overgrown. You definitely need to clean that out. But there's a little quintal on the side, where you can see that there was definitely someone growing, like, vegetables and everything there. You actually... This is a very, very nice house. You kind of look behind and you see that there's a grape, like, oh god, what are they called? Where you hang the grapes above the patio, and I can't remember what it's called.
The grapevines?
It's a grapevine.
The trellis.
Yeah,
It's a trellis.
Trellis, thank you.
I gotcha.
It is a grapevine trellis that is kind of providing a little bit of natural, like, shade in the backyard. There's a yard, by the way.
Oh, this is beautiful. Yeah. This is beautiful. Can you imagine the garden here? And Honora kind of, like, elbows Cassandra's, what would be, in theory, her arm if they were the same height, but it's really just her leg.
Mm-hmm. And he just kind of chuckles and he nods. And as you enter, this is what catches everyone's eye, actually. The walls are painted with mural frescoes. And they are frescoes of storms. There's some that you can identify as different gods of the area. Like, you see one of Umberly, you see one of Avandra, you see one of Lathander. Just kind of, like, decorating that main hallway as you enter. And there's a couple furnitures around. There's a fishing net hammock that is collecting dust. A good old iron stove. And you find a volcanic rock wash basin.
Ooh.
And he kind of is walking and he points down. Just watch your step. There's a crack there and it's never gonna close. And as you do, you can, as your foot passes over it, there's just a little bit of, like, warm air that is just coming up from it.
We'll have to put a sign there so we don't forget.
There are 4 rooms here, like 4 bedroom-sized rooms. There's a kitchen. There's an area for you to eat. This is a very big house.
Right.
Makes you wonder why it's still on sale.
Yeah.
So how much?
He looks over at you all, and just, well, I'll be honest, that was what I was worried about. You lot don't look like you can afford it, but,
Yeah, probably not, but...
it's about 500 GP.
Oh, man.
Oh.
That's quite a bit. And I kind of just, like, shush Honora. And I go,
Smart.
oh my goodness. That is quite a bit of money, isn't it? We may have to dig for it, guys. But we should be able to maybe weasel our way to that.
500 pieces is so many. We only have one piece.
Yeah. Don't-
One piece. Sorry.
I was like, don't.
I was wondering who was going.
You really set me up. How could you?
Yeah, we only have the one piece we brought from when we went shopping earlier, but we actually do have some to put away. So we can go back and like maybe pull some money out and maybe make a couple of exchanges and maybe figure out what we can do about that. But I think we can budget for it, right, Honora?
Yeah. I don't see why not.
Oh, all right. Well, you know where to find me.
Okay, thanks. Let's go, guys. And I kind of like gesture with them to leave with me.
Okay, and Nora will.
Yeah, Treya will follow suit.
As we
Once they're out of
yeah.
earshot.
I go,
So, why aren't we getting the house?
oh, we're getting the house.
She looks a little sad.
It was kind of just instinct for this to kick in for me. But I felt as if we made it a little too obvious that we had the money, he would have upcharged us a little bit more.
All right.
You don't ever want to
Wait.
seem too confident. You see,
We do have the money?
we do. Oh, we definitely do have the money.
Oh.
Sweetie. We have plenty of money. But
that
what we
would
don't
We only
want...
have one piece.
Yes, one piece, but it's worth a lot of pieces. Our piece is better than theirs.
Yeah, our piece is worth double of what his price was. And she kind of whispered this to him. I just can't whisper, otherwise my mic won't pick it up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, a little trick of the trade. You kind of want to, undervalue yourself a little bit. Don't let people think you got what they want until you want them to know that. So, like, and I'm trying to, like, dumb this down because I've experienced so far, my experiences with Trey have been lighting a chair on fire and sticking their head on the floor.
Yep.
So, just
That's
know that what I did was for strictly our benefit.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Okay. So as long as we're on the same page, let's go pretend to do something for a little bit and then come back here and buy this house.
Alright. I don't see why not.
To go.
We should walk the neighborhood and see what our neighbors are gonna be like.
Yeah, let's meet our neighbors.
Maybe hear what we can hear about the neighborhood in general.
Exactly. Maybe ask about some other stuff if we can.
Rumors. I see.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oops, sorry.
Pull up my rumor page.
All the rumors are true.
While we're walking, Trey just looks at you guys and says, "So, my piece is also worth 2 houses?" And he pulls out a silver piece.
No, kiddo. That piece is, that's a silver piece. Alright. And she just kind of explains economics of gold. Because she's kind of understanding that he does not understand what silver, gold, and like the differences between the three are. So she kind of explains, now, 10. Now, okay. This many pieces, I believe it's 100 pieces of silver equals 1 gold?
Mhm.
Or am I getting that wrong? Okay, so she would explain that, and then 1,000 pieces of gold are 1 platinum piece. So,
So, how many silver is platinum?
uh,
10,000.
yeah, it would be about 10,000. You'd need a lot of silver.
So that is worth 10,000 of this,
Yeah.
Yes.
and 10,000 is like the biggest number.
No, there are bigger numbers. Like,
Like 10,001.
yeah, or 100,000.
100,001 even.
There's also the the, the millions, and there's the trillions.
You're
There's-
losing, Trey.
There's
And
a
one.
lot of
Starting to-
numbers. There's a lot of
starting to-
numbers.
No matter how
That's
many
all you
numbers.
need to know.
Busy.
An infinite amount of numbers. They never stop.
Traby Cakes, where are you from?
Oh, yeah, that's
Uh,
probably an important thing we should ask each other.
I'm from Delthor.
Can I do a little insight check on that? Because he did not sound sure. But that could also just be Rex still learning. And that's valid.
You want, Rex, you can either do persuasion or deception, depending on whether or not you are lying or not. I would also, before you roll, send it to GM.
Yes, so that I can't see what you roll, so I don't know whether
Okay.
it's deception or...
So how do I make it? Oh, to
You click
GM.
at the
I
top.
got it.
Yep.
I got it. What was it? Persuasion or deception?
Depending
Yeah.
on, yeah.
Depending on whether you're telling the truth.
Okay.
All right.
Oh no. I'm just like,
God damn. The rolls have been bad.
Oh, bro.
Nora, you can't tell.
Huh, alright. No.
You're not really sure.
oh.
Alright.
Am I familiar with that location? Can I roll for that?
That's a little bit of a weird area for you because you're not really from there. But
Yeah.
you can roll history, but I don't think you would actually have ever been there.
Okay. Is this public or the GM?
Oh, you can roll it publicly.
Okay.
Yeah. The only reason Rex had to hide it was so that we didn't know whether they were lying or not.
I clicked it. Okay. Should I try again? There it is.
Yeah. It just gets cranky. There you go.
15. All right. So yeah, you know a bit about Delthor. You know that there's a couple capitals. There's Lubina, the City of Lights, which is, for those who are, like, for modern terms, is the equivalent of fantasy Las Vegas. Very wild city. You know that there is a little place that is currently being built called Belladore. And there are other smaller cities around, but you know a bit about it, just not everything. You also know that they were recently in a giant civil war, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
The
I
rebels won.
Yeah. I don't question necessarily whether or not Trey was telling the truth. I kind of look past that and I just kind of remark that I think about I don't know how much time we've had together, but I don't really think that Trey is in much of a spot to be lying for small things like that.
Mhm.
Doesn't seem too in character to really be doing, but I don't know Trey that well. But what I will say is, let me find it again. I'm from Nathar, if you're familiar.
Should I history check that?
You, Honora, you can history check that. Trey, you have no idea where that is.
Yeah, I figured.
All right, 14. You've read about it. Those are actually on a different continent.
Oh.
That is on the same continent that an area called Traz is.
Alright, alright.
Yeah, so,
Um,
yourself?
oh, me? Born and raised in this country.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
Yeah. Pretty close by, not too far. Just, saw the opportunity when I met Christina and Asai and figured I'd take it.
Okay. As we're sitting down having this conversation, I kind of like jump up and I go, yeah, so, we should probably figure out what else we're going to be doing with this money, because now that we are spending half of it on a house, we should probably start budgeting a little bit.
Yeah, makes sense to me. And since we're splitting the house 3 ways even, then that means we should also split the rest of the money 3 ways even.
That would make sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Trey, do you think you could handle that much money?
I can always
Yes.
hold on to it if it makes you too nervous, but it's good to start learning on your own. But you gotta be careful, because some people like to steal, especially in this area.
So we should divide the piece.
It's probably better to divide our funds, yeah. That way they can't
not
take it all.
physically.
But, yeah, not quite yet. Not until we give him the
Yes.
platinum piece.
We're gonna make our little monetary exchange here, but we should probably buy something elsewhere and break the money apart. That way the guy doesn't know we had a platinum piece.
That's smart.
You do know where the
The market is.
market is.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I guess we head to the market then.
Yay, shopping!
While they are walking, Honora, to probably fill the otherwise slightly awkward silence and or like occasional question, there would probably just be like and over here, this is where I saw one guy get mugged once. Be careful. Just like little details about every single corner.
I kind of smile and I say, I've been mugged several times.
Oh, yikes. Maybe don't let the muggers know that.
Oh, well, good point.
Alright. As you enter, let me make sure that you all have sight, but you should have sight. Give me a second.
I've also mugged several
Dynamic
times.
lighting is on. Daylight is on. Perfect.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive.
Alright. As you get here, it's a pretty busy day in the markets. You have some fish vendors. You have an exotic salesman over here. You have a woman selling like these furs, some weapons, food right next to you. More weapons, some books.
Books.
Alright. But you're here. What would you like to do?
Which shopkeep looks most conventionally attractive?
Roll a 1d6.
I hope it's the fucking fish vendor so it stinks too.
It is the fish vendor.
Yeah!
Oh, let's go.
Making my way to the fish vendor.
Honora is the one with the platinum piece, but maybe we shouldn't give the fishmonger a platinum piece.
Hello. Can I help you?
Hello.
Just taking a look.
Well, I got the best fish in town. And the kind of motions. I got some salmon, some bass, some good old carp. I even got some lobster and crabs for those who might be wanting some shellfish. And he like reaches into like a bucket and pulls out these small shelled snails. I even got myself some periwinkles.
Oh, wow.
Alright.
Uh,
Pretty nice.
I turn to Trey, who is still just standing there. And I
Nora
go,
kind of just walks over and drags him over.
Yeah, no,
Come
actually,
on.
Trey has wandered over to the food
okay.
stall.
Honora probably like drags him over like, we should stick together, we can come here next. Come on.
Okay.
She's just worried
Sorry.
about them getting lost.
In the market.
Listen, busy market stalls, you never know.
I
It
stare
is
at
a
the
busy market.
I stare at the vendor, and I kind of go, I'm a woman of expensive tastes. What's the best fish you got going here?
Oh, alright. Let me see. Probably swordfish.
Swordfish, you say?
Mm-hmm. Pairs great with good wine.
Alright.
Oh,
Well.
and we have some tuna, I think.
How much would those sell for, would you say?
Well... Yeah, about... Well, one of each, or...
Just the swordfish for now.
Alright, swordfish, because they're kind of rare recently, probably about a gold.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they so
Alright.
rare recently?
There's been some accidents out in the sea. A couple of the fishermen got stabbed by some wild, like, swordfish. Apparently it had some razor edge, you know, the pointy part.
The sword part of the swordfish?
Yeah.
Ah.
Apparently it was, like, serrated.
Can
Oh.
I do a perception check? This guy does not seem to to know for certain what happened.
You can roll insight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, insight. Yeah, sorry. Let's see here. Insight. Oh.
Alright. So he was not there.
Okay.
And honestly, he seems kind of confused as to how it all happened. He's no stranger, or rather, you know that swordfish can sometimes just stab people when you're catching them. But he seems, when he talks about it, he doesn't really stick on the, oh yeah, it was a swordfish stabbing people. It was a swordfish with a serrated like nose part that literally killed some people.
Huh.
While Honora is kind of pondering, or while Cassandra is kind of pondering, Honora uses one of her racial features to speak telepathically to Cassandra. Hey, Cassandra, I don't think we should be buying fish with a platinum piece. he probably doesn't have change, so it's probably a little bit smarter if we go to like the weapons or maybe the books.
Yeah, honestly, he was just kind of cute, and I wanted to see if I can get a little information out of him, but let me
Nugget, get the
disengage from
fuck off
this.
my keyboard.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and then Nugget also get the fuck off their keyboard.
Sorry. He muted everything, so I didn't hear you. I'm so sorry.
I was saying that I agree. I was just trying to get information out of him because he seemed the most appealing to me. So I was just looking for a pleasant face to get some potential information out of.
All right.
But yeah, I look at the fisherman again and I say, I didn't catch your name.
Jose.
Jose. I like that.
I need you to understand I almost said Manny. I
I
took everything in my body.
Well,
But
you'll definitely
we
be
have met.
seeing us again.
Jose. The fishmonger.
All right. Well, you'll definitely be seeing us again. Just wanted to walk around, kind of see the sights a little, but we'll definitely be back.
Of course. Honestly, I recommend the blacksmith. And kind of points over to. She's supposed to be over here. To this woman. And just listen. Her name's Maria. And she makes some really cool stuff.
Alright. Alright. We'll give it a look-see. Thank you for the heads up.
No problem.
And Honora kind of tips her hat to him.
I toss him a wink and then start walking away.
He blushes a little bit, but he doesn't say anything.
As soon as the party disengages, Trey walks back to the food stand.
Alright.
As I'm here, I just point to Trey, and using message go, come on, bud, over here. Turn around. Come on. Back to us.
Just come here, boy.
Get over here.
Trey's
We'll get
looking
you
at.
food after.
Is there any what food is Trey seeing?
Okay, so, it's a lot of meat, actually. So there's things like, chorizo, no, chorizo.
I can't believe you just did that.
I have been teaching people who have been saying it wrong for, like, a week, sorry. But, you know, we have chorizo, we have, you know, I can't remember what it's called, but, like, the chorizo, but it's darker. It has, like, blood in it.
Blood pudding?
Blood sausage? What?
I was gonna say blood pudding, I believe is what you're describing, but...
Yeah, but it's in the sausage casing.
Yeah, it's still called that.
Okay, yeah, you have blood pudding.
Yeah.
Let's see. You have some rabbit, some pork, but then you also see like kale, corn, and then you actually see like a couple fruits, mainly
Honora.
grapes, oranges. Honora?
Honora. I don't know. That's, the entire lavender aesthetic is giving fruitcake.
Is the meat all raw? It's not cooked meat, right?
Yeah, it's raw meat. Salted,
Okay.
but raw. Also see
All right.
lamb. So. Oh, and behind her, there's actually it's a pig, and it's kind of cut open, hanging behind her. And you
Okay.
see that she has a scimitar that, parts of the pig have been cut off. So she's been essentially cutting the pig and handing it out to people.
What did you say there was for fruit?
Grapes, oranges, bananas, and like lemons, limes.
Okay. Trey picks up a banana and starts peeling it.
Excuse me.
Oh, hello.
You gonna pay for that?
Oh, here, and he hands over the 1 silver.
Alright, and she's gonna pocket it.
Thank you.
And she picks up a couple of other bananas and hands it to him.
And Trey takes the bunch of bananas and walks and says goodbye and goes and rejoins the group with a handful of bananas.
I turn. You gave him the silver, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would either of you like a banana?
Yeah, actually.
Trey picks off a banana and hands it to Cassandra.
Cassandra.
Yeah. I start.
no.
I just start peeling the banana. With the food, I go, Nora, do you want some of the banana?
I think Nora's still doing
Oh, Nora's
cat
muted.
issue.
Yep.
I will say, you know that Treya just got like scammed.
Yeah, I kind of just expected it. I guess.
She was nice enough to not to like give him a whole bunch of bananas,
Yeah.
but you know, she likes a tip.
Same.
But as you're here, as you're looking, you do see that there are a lot of just random items around. You have like some swords, a lot of silverware, some really interesting looking daggers. All of it seems to be made out of metal, unfortunately, but there's also like a lot of this. She also seems to sell jewelry here. All of it being a deep orangish gold. And she does let you pick it up if you would like.
I would love.
And it is a soft, like it feels almost soft to your touch.
Oh. I look up to the blacksmith, and I ask what the material is.
Oh, it's just a greater, it's gold. It's just more pure.
Huh. I gently kind of place it back down. I kind of stare almost in disgust at all the metal on the table, and just kind of go, not really the shop for me, but if you guys are interested in anything, feel free.
At this point, Trey finishes the banana and just like tosses the banana peel on the ground over here.
Honora goes to go pick it up immediately.
Oh, guess you got a litter bug with you.
We don't throw food into the ground, buddy. And then she goes to throw it away. Wherever the nearest trash is.
You can throw it into essentially like a burning fire that's over here that she has, so.
Honora would first ask if that's okay.
Nah, she motions with her head for you to do it.
Alright, she does so.
Alright. So, what can I help you with today? And as she's saying that, you suddenly hear someone cry out, thief! Thief! As, you turn, and you can't actually see it yet. But something's happening over here. As, suddenly people are kind of rushing towards the area.
I
No, not
immediately
bad.
start running.
This one.
Hmm?
I hit the wrong music.
Ah, okay.
Again, shout out to Kevin McLeod. Gonna turn that up. I might need to turn it down again later, but
Yeah, that's fine.
so I will let you move 10 feet in any direction that you would like. So that would be the equivalent of your 2 tiles for you.
Mm-hmm.
Where was this happening? Where on the map?
It's happening up here.
I can't see the.
Yeah, we don't see you, buddy.
Yeah, are you
Oh, I'm on the
pinging?
GM layer. Haha, here we go.
Ah,
Up here.
Okay, I go. I guess I go here.
Okay.
yeah, Trey will come up here.
Nor's also gonna run up.
All right, and with that, I'm going to have you roll initiative, but before you roll, I would like you to make sure you are clicking on your character and then go to your initiative and then click initiative.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, I click on my character, and then I go to my
And
character
in your
sheet and then click
character sheet.
initiative.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Because otherwise it'll roll the initiative and not show that you've done it.
Okay.
Otherwise.
Okay, let me roll initiative for the baddie.
I feel like this really tracks, too.
I don't think I've ever seen percentile, like, or not percentile, but like what's it called?
The
Like
decimal?
not, yeah, decimal initiatives.
That's for breaking tiebreakers, which
Yeah.
really funny because the
It
one
still
time
happens.
you need a tiebreaker, I still got a tie.
Yep.
We're going to use Jose the Fishmonger as the normal people initiative. All right.
Right on.
So he just gets a normal 1d20. So Jose the Fishmonger and all the other people are going to go on an 8.
Okay. Jose the fish.
And he does not have fish that he can use in battle.
Damn.
I thought you just said he had a swordfish.
Well, he can't use it in battle.
Why not?
He's not trying hard enough.
But Trey, you're actually first.
all right. So I guess I go up and try to.
So go slowly. That way I can
Yeah.
reveal stuff.
So let's go 1, 2, 3.
All right, pause. You finally see the person who has a satchel that's kind of like tucked under their arm, and in their hand you see that they have a scroll.
Okay. So what was it that brought us over here? There was like a scream.
Yeah, someone was yelling that there was a thief.
Okay. I'm just not sure that I look at this guy and immediately clock him as the thief.
That's okay.
So I guess I would walk up and call out, "Where's the thief?"
All right. Is that your turn?
You still
Well-
have more movement, so.
Yeah. I also, I guess the rest of my turn would depend on if I get a response to that question, I guess.
So people just seem to be in a little bit of a panic, which is kind of weird. It's like if it's just a thief, you thought that maybe that would just be kind of normal, but they seem to be a little bit frazzled. But as you do, you actually see the woman that you bought from is like unconscious on the ground. So.
Oop. Okay.
But no one really is able to respond to you right now.
Alright, I guess without being able to determine who the thief is, I will hold my action.
Alright.
Get out of here. Stop, dude.
Alright, that would be your turn. So it is now the Spell Thief's turn. Looks around, and there are guards that are starting to kind of like come in, but they're very basic guards. And you see that the Spell Thief goes here and looks at you all, sees you, sees Honora, sees Cassandra, sees that you guys are ready to fight, and looks over towards this large flowing statue, and you see him take that scroll and open it, and you all see him cast some sort of magic from the scroll, and from the tiles, the Azalej, like tiles that are like coding this statue and fountain. This is not going to look like what they actually look like, so bear with it. But you see that two statue-like beings made entirely of this tile morph together and stand up. With pieces of the rock and tile fused together into their arms to form almost a club. And they have to roll their initiative. So they're gonna roll. That's 1. And this is 2. Alright. Oh, and they rolled exactly the same. So they're gonna go after Honora. Oh, technically, Cassandra, you would have gone before the Spell Thief, but we're gonna have him do that, and then you can go.
Okay. Let's see here. Just trying to contemplate here. Okay, so first, I'm gonna move here. Right,
Okay.
right, kind of like getting in between the Guardian and Jose.
Mm-hmm.
I need to read this again. Sorry. Then right about here. Can I like ping a spot on the map? I forget. I don't really.
I'm sorry, what?
Can I like? Is there like a way to ping a part on the map?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
like-
just hold down the left mouse click.
Okay. Then. So like right here or so,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start conjuring an entangle.
An entangle. Okay. Could you post the spell?
Do I just click on the name?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, hold on one sec.
Or on the like text bubble.
Yeah. Perfect. Spell save DC. That doesn't sound right for you. Hold on. I'm gonna check your stuff because that doesn't look right. Oh, it is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say, no, that looks like
I was
it.
about to say, yeah, no, you're pretty low level. I forgot. All right, so 20-foot square starting from a point within range. So it's gonna be this, and then we're gonna go with the rectangle, and then we're gonna do. What does entangle look like?
What does entangle look like?
Your entangle look like? It is.
So a bunch of like, instead of it being normal like vines, they're almost like, I don't know how to describe it. Have you ever seen like glimmer roots from like WoW, where it's like they're kind of like bright and like they look almost kind of exotic, and they just kind of like sprawl around throughout the ground. Very similar to how it naturally would be done, but it's not something I typically use often.
Okay.
So yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right, it is entangled. You are now concentrating. So, I would like you to go and click on your avatar,
Mm-hmm.
and then scroll down to the weird little circle thing that looks like a magnifying glass.
Oh, wait, click on my avatar.
Other one. Yeah.
Sorry.
That circle.
Oh wait, this.
Yes. Yeah, that one.
Is it the one with the eyes that are like closed and? Oh no, it's sleepy.
Nope. So I want you to scroll down to the third row and click the first one on that.
Wait, this
Yep.
overdrive?
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
hover
we-
over it, it says overdrive.
Okay.
Use that one for concentration.
Okay.
All right. So you're concentrating. That means if you get hit, you have to make a Constitution saving throw to keep this up. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Is that your turn?
I kind of just tell Honora to try to get by me. That way I can try to protect.
Okay. Honora, it's your turn.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. She sees the spell thief now. What are they doing exactly? I know they're running and they just cast that, but are they still running in a specific direction?
They seem to be running this way.
Okay. Then I would like to cast Unseen Servant directly in front of them.
All right. Let's see. All right. So we're gonna just let's see.
I'm trying to think what you're gonna do with this fucking thing.
So we're gonna use this as your unseen servant. Okay?
Well, you see, if you've ever run full speed into something before,
Yep.
bonk.
Yeah.
He can't see it, so he has no idea he's gonna run into it. It'll stall us for time.
That is true. What else are you doing?
And that's it. That's her whole turn.
That's her whole turn. Okay. As he runs, he needs to make a dexterity saving throw, but that'll come up on his turn. Now, the Azulejo Guardians. This guy needs to make a strength saving throw against your DC. So it's going to make a strength save. That is a 19. So he is able to move through your pretty plants. 2, 3. But it has seen you as a target. 4, 5. Okay. But it can move here. But if it moves here, Trey, you can take an attack of opportunity because it is moving through your threat zone.
All right. So I will swing my sword at it, I suppose.
All right. Oh man, you with the natural ones today.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is a miss.
And that was
That's
2
all
GM,
right.
so make sure to change it back to public.
Oh yes, sorry.
No, you're good.
It wasn't
I'm just
that
letting
one,
you know.
though. Yep.
I'd be doing that
thanks.
all of the time.
I should probably expand this outward on stream just so the rolls get seen.
It raises its fist in front of you and is going to make an attack on you, Cassandra. So, the first is going to be a 13.
Okay.
Does a 13 hit you?
Hold on, I'm still trying to navigate this. I believe so. Let me just go check my... Yeah, AC 13.
Alright, so it just hits you.
Yeah.
And then, so it brings up its tile-covered fist and just slams into you, and it scratches along your side a little bit with its porcelain. And then it's going to make another attack at you with a 22, but this one does a lot less damage.
Okay.
Does 3 damage to you. So take your damage and we shall continue. Now my other guardian doesn't see you guys, but he has a command, and that is to clear the way. So it's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then it's going to prepare to attack anything that moves within 5 feet of it. Jose and all of the other fishy people are going... Well, he's going to hide. And this guy is... honestly, all the people are going to hide and or run away, because this is scary. And, Trey, it is now your turn again.
Alright. I will deal with the threat that is in front of us. I will attack the Guardian with my sword again.
A reminder that flanking is something that you do when you are positioned across from a party member.
And it
Okay,
gives you
so
advantage.
if I move over here...
Yep.
Yeah. You can
Gotcha.
move, once you are already in their 5-foot square, you can move freely around them.
Okay. And then...
Now you have advantage.
Cool.
Alright, that is an 18. You managed to hit it. However, you do notice that... Oh, never mind. It does take the 7 damage. As you scratch across the tile, it makes that god-awful noise when you... Almost like when you scratch a nail file against something you're really not supposed to. But you managed to do some good damage to it. Good work.
Alright, and I'm gonna action surge
Nice.
to attack
All
again.
right. With advantage. Let's go. That's another hit and another 7 damage. What does this look like as you are absolutely wailing on this thing?
Yeah, so I just pull out. I mean, I already have my longsword out, but I sneak around to the back of the Guardian and just strike it twice quickly across the back with my sword, leaving some deep cuts in the tile.
Awesome work. Awesome work. Is that your turn?
I believe so. Don't think I have a bonus action to use right now.
Sorry to interrupt. I
Alright.
am live, right? Like, it does say I'm streaming, correct? 'Cause it said-
Yes, I
Yeah.
I have your stream open and you are live.
Okay,
Yeah, you're
just
live.
making sure. Kaylin, what was that message about? What was it? Sorry, I got message asking when we're starting.
Oh,
I was like, what? So they gave me like an anxiety attack. That gave me like, I was like- Okay, and Twi's in the
Oh
bathroom.
man, could you imagine?
I would have been. Did you? Okay, you commented at the earlier part. Okay, whatever. So, anyways, so you attacked. You got the 2 slashes in.
Yeah, so you watched Trey go absolutely apeshit on this thing.
Lovely.
What are
Yep.
you doing with your turn? Also,
Yeah.
can you make a con save? I forgot to make you do it.
Yeah. Hold on.
2 actually. But let's see the first one and see if you drop.
Jesus Christ, this is not gonna.
You dropped.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't
No.
really need it up anymore. Okay. So.
Okay, you are no longer concentrating, so remove the concentration mark.
Okay.
I was hiding.
I was. Anyways, what I'm gonna do. We do have our yeah, because you attacked, so we do have our weapons on us. I was just making sure.
Mhm.
Yeah. So. So because I'm attacking from the across, it's still a flank.
It is still
Mhm.
flanking.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pull up my rapier made entirely of bones. And then I'm gonna go for a hit on it.
Bone
Alright. Roll with advantage.
So I click advantage and then click the name of the weapon, right?
Mm-hmm. Good work. That is a 20. That
Yeah.
is going to be 6 damage to
Nice.
it.
Okay. Lovely.
All right, and as you do that, you see that many of the chips, or many of the actual tiles on this are starting to crack. And you, as you stab forward with this, you manage to hit a weak point that sends several of them shattering to the ground in front of you. This thing is looking a little bit rough.
Nice.
All right. The spell thief needs to make a
Next.
acrobatics check. Or a dex save, I'm sorry, because he doesn't actually know it's there.
Yep.
If I could click him. Hello? Where is he? Alright, so he is going to make a dexterity saving throw. He rolls a 6. I would like you to... let's see. So he does end up running right into him, and that, I'm going to say, he needs to roll a strength check to see if he, just a normal strength check, to see if he's able to, like, kind of catch himself to keep going. And I'm honestly gonna say no, he probably doesn't. So he actually falls on his ass. and will need to use half of his movement to get back up. And then kind of like try and go around. So 5, 10, 15. Oh, he can only go here. So he can't really go too far. Honora, what are you doing on your turn?
She's gonna fucking do it again. Move it directly and then run once
Dunk,
again
dunk.
and just have it stand there because he can't see it still.
Alright.
And
You know where he's headed, so he's trying to go this way, so...
yeah. And I would like to like kind of ready an action for him if he tries to take out another spell scroll at any point.
Mhm.
I would like the unseen servant to try to take it. Or at least fuck with it.
Alright. I will say that because the Unseen Servant was already out and you gave it a command, you still technically have your action.
Okay. And then the only other thing I can think that she would do probably is cast Mind Sliver on the spell thief.
Alright. That is a hit. Well, hold on. Oh, he just needs to do his saving throw. So hold on. He needs to do an intelligence saving throw. He try. He rolls an 11.
That would fail.
And he's going to take 5 psychic damage right now, and he will end up taking another 1d4 on his next turn. Or no, I see what you did. And he needs to subtract a 1d4 from his next saving throw before your next turn. I see.
Mm-hmm.
All right, is that your turn?
That would be her turn, yes. Well, yes. Yeah, that would be her turn.
All right. Seeing as you have made an attack, he turns around and he yells at the other tile-formed creature to attack you as it looks over and charges in your direction. Honora, it is going to make 2 slam attacks on you, normally. So it's going to make that first attack and miss.
Thank God.
And then a second attack with a 21 for 6 bludgeoning damage.
That does in fact hit though.
Alright. The other guardian, seeing as you just attacked it, but Trey has done so much more damage to it, it turns around on its heel and is going to try and attack Trey. A 23 to hit Trey.
That's gonna hit.
Alright, that is going to be 7 bludgeoning damage as it wails into you. The second attack, as it raises its other fist, is a 14. Does that hit?
That does not hit.
Alright, it glances off your armor, and that is going to be its turn. Jose the Fishmonger is hiding in his fish stall. This fellow, though, he is actually trying to prevent this woman from dying. So it's going to be a 1d20 straight roll. Actually, I'm gonna GM roll it.
Honora can see him, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Just for you, I'm gonna message you separately.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. And you do not know what the result is, but he is trying and doing his best to try and stabilize her. Prey, it is now your turn, as many of them are just running away at this point.
Yeah. So at this point, it's clear to me who the bad guy is, and I'm actually going to leave this one behind and go 5,
Pause.
10.
Yeah.
Yep.
So leaving this threat is going to trigger an attack of opportunity.
That is perfectly fine.
Alright, so it's going to try and make a slam attack on you for 23 for another 7 damage.
Okay. That is fine. And then as I'm running up to this guy, I'm gonna sheath my sword,
Excuse me.
and I am flanking him with the
Unseen servant.
The unseen servant doesn't technically count as an
It does
ally.
not. No, it doesn't.
that's
I'm sorry.
unfortunate.
It is.
Um,
It is. You don't actually even know it's there. It is just a amorphous, invisible blob.
Same.
That's fine. I am gonna try and grab this guy and cast Inflict Wounds.
All right. Roll.
Oh,
It would be a
I-
17,
17.
but it does not matter. Kind of low for inflict wounds, actually. Damn.
that is really low.
Like,
Damn.
1, a 5, and a 2. That's on
That's-
3d10.
That is a really bad roll on inflict wounds. Oh. But that does hit him. As what does this look like when you cast inflict wounds?
Yeah, so I grab onto like his arm and just the place where my hand touches him starts to smoke as his skin starts to kind of burn and rot. There's a smell of sulfur.
As this happens, you hear him give a loud scream as he's trying to yank himself away from Trey, in absolute horror and agony as he finally gets his arm away, and you see that on his arm now is that blackened handprint with small black tendrily veins starting to crawl up. What else are you doing, Trey?
I think I will use my bonus action to second wind.
Okay. Roll.
Yeah. So I don't have like a thing for that on my character sheet, so I'm just gonna do it's 1d10 plus
Plus-
my fighter level, which is 2.
So that's gonna be 7 HP back to you.
Excellent.
You basically
Alright.
just said fuck that last slam attack.
And that will be my turn.
All right, good turn. Cassandra, you just watched Trey completely leave you behind,
That happens.
but it's okay because he's chasing after the spell thief.
Valid.
You've got an aura.
True.
What are we doing?
I think what I'm gonna do is make my way over here
All right, you can do that.
to get a flank. And then I'm once again going to take my rapier and try to slash right at the guardian again.
All right, let's see.
This is with advantage again. Yeah.
That is going to be a hit. Not as much damage as it was before. Again, this thing has seen better days as it is cracking, and you see some of the beautiful artwork across these tiles starting to have these large gaping holes as right below it you see the chips of so many different tiles just on the ground.
And then I can do a sneak attack, right?
You can, you have advantage.
Yippee! So
Technically, you could have done it before, too.
I know that learning my character, I don't play these types, which also, you know, I've also
Doing
never
good.
done this before where I'm multi-classing, so
Yeah.
So do I just click on sneak attack? Is that how that goes, or?
You can roll a sneak attack. In the future, I believe you have it set up where you can click the little check mark, and before you make the attack, it'll auto-roll that for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
So.
But for now, just click on the sneak attack button itself, so the word, and then it should just roll the sneak attack damage.
No, that just did that. When I click on the word, it just pulls down the drop-down menu.
In the global damage modifier field, click on the 1d6.
Oh. Okay.
There. So roll that twice, or so one more time. Nice! So with that, because I'm giving you the, sneak attack from last round,
Oh, okay.
how do you take down this, Azulejo Guardian?
So when I attack with the rapier, I initially go for one big, almost like from below an upward like slash, and then I jump in the air and just kind of like jam it down from the top.
All right. It shatters and crumples into a mildly beautiful mess on the ground. A little bit of dust kind of like wafts up into your face and absolutely into Honora's. But the fight is still going. There's still one more left. What are you doing?
And
You
it's
still have
hitting
movement.
me. What was that?
You're in a bonus action.
And it's hitting me.
Yeah. Let me see. I did most of what I can do, right?
You have your movement and a bonus action.
Yeah.
To get closer to me and help.
Yeah. So I'm going to. I've only moved 15, right? Or was that 10?
That was 10.
Okay, so I can go here and then here.
Check your bonus action actions. You might have something that would give you more movement.
Because I do have, what's it called? Cunning action that does that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the bonus action, oh man, I'm trying to think what I want to do. I mean, I was able to get to where I wanted to be. Because as long as Honora is able to go on the other side, you can, or at least, what's up?
No, I was agreeing with you.
Okay. Yeah, I think, because I can't cast anything, I already attacked, unless I have a way to do that, but I don't think I do. I think I'll chill for now.
Okay.
Right on.
The spell thief is going to turn around on his heel at the man who just had its magic crawl the way up his arm, and he's going to take out his scimitar. He takes out his scimitar and he's going to make his first attack on you. That is going to be a 10, which is going to glance off of your armor. And then he's going to try and make another attack on you with a natural 20.
Silvery barbs.
Alright, let's
Ooh.
try that again. Post silvery barbs for us.
Yeah.
Let's go to the beach each.
Alright, so he has to re-roll and then use the lower. He's going to make another roll. That is a 16 to 16 hit.
It does not.
Oh my god.
Nice.
He is looking at you, and then he's going to bonus action and attempt to he's going to disengage. So you cannot make an opportunity attack on him. He's going to 5.
I couldn't do that anyway because I just used my reaction.
Through 10, 15.
How did he know the unseen servant was
25,
there?
30, Oh, true, he didn't. So
He
hold on,
didn't.
let me.
He also has minus something against the roll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me roll that for him. Another dexterity save. I actually rolled it wrong the first time, so there's that. 11.
No.
Crashes into him. Falls to the ground. Has to use half his freaking movement to stand up. So it's 5, 10, 15.
Honora giggling.
Honora,
Serves that bastard right.
you doing it again?
Can we focus on the task at hand?
No, yeah, I was gonna say no. She's probably gonna handle this one now. Treyx got this. But she is gonna once again move the unseen Timber directly in front of where he's running away.
Okay.
Oh my fucking lord. Wait, can you do that?
Yeah, it's 60
can.
feet.
Oh, yeah, and Trey is gonna give that advantage from the silvery barbs to Enora.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
Oh my
This
god.
is not a thinking creature, correct?
It is not. It is
Okay.
a construct.
Let me check something. Does it still make wisdom saves? I'm trying to figure this out. God, I love her, but she's useless.
Hmm?
I unironically do not think she has a spell that could damage a a thing like that.
Do you have like a way to assist in someone else doing more?
No. Well, hold on. Actually, I might. Okay, so Honora is going to use her bonus action. This is to GM only because it's a secret. If it'll fucking... There you go. She's going to use that, so all of a
Okay.
sudden, at least Cassandra sees just a whole bunch of, like, celestial, like, little stars surrounding her. And, that's all you can really tell that it does. And then she is just going to hit it with a stick because, it's all she's got.
Prage for nat 20 with stick.
I was gonna say, did you want to move? But you already
Yeah.
rolled.
No, she's not gonna move.
Wait, you rolled?
All right. That is
Oh, it's in GM later.
2 damage.
She did 2 damage. She just bonked it right directly
Frankly,
on its...
it's 2 more damage than I expected.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is 2 damage. Honora, you've done very well. This guy is dead, so we're gonna remove him off the turn order. This guy is here, and he has 2 options. He just watched Cassandra delete its ally.
Tell your friends.
So it turns around, and he's going to attempt to delete you.
Understandable.
So, it's going to be a slam attack, a 19 for 6 damage.
Okie dokie.
And then it's going to make that second attack on you for a natural 1.
Ooh.
Yeah!
So it slams into the ground, and you see as like one of its tiles like chips off and falls to the ground. Jose, this guy's gonna make another attempt to stabilize. That one is good. She is stable. I meant to do that before, but messed up.
Didn't see anything. It's fine.
Hooray.
Alright. Gonna keep going after the spell thief, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna cast a Cure Wounds using my last... Not Cure Wounds, Inflict Wounds.
Here you go, bud.
The opposite.
Sorry for
Using-
hitting you.
Using my last spell slot to do
All
so.
Let's roll. The 17, and that is definitely some good damage there.
Nice.
So, again, you grab another one, and it goes... What does it look like? How are you still doing this? Is it still just grabbing his arm and, like, it going up, or...
Yeah, so I grab, like, his wrist this time on the same arm, and it does kind of, like, spread from handprint to handprint, kind of creating this, like, arc of decay going up his arm.
Ooh, alright. What else are you doing on your turn? Anything?
Yeah, I will use my bonus action, for, flexible casting. I'm gonna expend my 2 sorcery points to, create another spell slot.
Alright. You can do that. So what does that look like when you use your own innate power to do that?
Good question.
I know, I asked all the tough ones.
Yeah, I guess there's just, like, kind of, very faint, like, reddish aura, that a kind of glow that Trey gives. His eyes kind of sparkle a little bit as he regains that magical power.
Alright. Sandra.
Yes. I'm going to. Sorry, going back on the thing. I have a couple different options here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm go right here. I'm going to once again go for my attack with the rapier with the sneak attack.
Okay.
Am I supposed to roll sneak attack first, or does it matter when it gets rolled, or is it after, or?
Square button that is right next where you roll that sneak attack die. And see how it check marks.
So wait, because it's just, where am I? Sorry, I'm like trying to look for it.
There's a little check on the global damage modifier. There's a
Oh,
little
okay, yeah, I
check
checked
box
that
next
off
to the
last
sneak-
time. So if I just click the attack, it'll go through with it.
Yes,
Yes.
it should, yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna go for it.
Alright.
Ooh.
That is a natural 20! Alright. So that is going to be a total of 8, 9, 10, 13 damage to this thing. What does that look like? As you deal a ton of damage to this thing in one single swoop.
So with the initial attack, I slash at it. They're like humanoid shaped, right?
Yeah, they're roughly humanoid.
Okay, so I go for where it's like top of torso / neck would be, and I slash down from there and chip off a bunch of the tile, and then I do the same thing from the other side in like an X.
Alright, you do see that there's, like, pieces of this figure that now have these gaping holes in it where you can actually just see right through. You can see Honora's hat, like, glistening a little bit. Along with some of the weird silvery stars. And, Honora, I just realized, this person should have taken a little bit of damage.
Well, yes, he should have. Correct.
How much damage would this person have taken?
Let me double check. I have to see for myself. It's a 1d4, right? No, it's a...
No. It's, flat damage. Equal to something plus something. Scroll up.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Let me see. So that would be 7 damage.
Damn.
All right. As you're attacking, you actually see some of those like glowy, wispy stars kind of embed themselves into this, and as they do, they like little starbursts pop, causing small cracks that just get worse and worse as you're wailing on it. All right. Spell Thief looks around, he looks back at Trey, and he sees that Trey is doing that again, and he's fighting for his life at this point. He is going to... I just tried to open Trey's sheet. Haha. He is going to turn around and attempt to make another scimitar attack on you. That is an 18 to hit.
That hits.
That is 7 damage. He's going to try one more time with a 10 and miss. He's kind of panicking here, and he's going to try and run away again, only to run directly into this.
He should just expect it at this point.
He doesn't know what he's running into. It's okay. He's starting to figure it out. But dexterity saving throw, he rolls a natural 20. He shoves out of the way and keeps going. So, it's going to be 5, 10, 15.
Damn.
20, 25, 30, 35, no, 30. He stays there. Trey, he's getting away. Honora, you see him finally get past your friend.
Okay.
Also, the dude in front of you has seen better days. He's looking really, really rough. There are parts of the tile that are currently on the ground broken.
Okay. She is going to go right... hold on, actually. I'm gonna check distance really quick. If it'll let me. Okay. If that is the case... Let me cross-reference real quick. Okay. She is going to move her little ass over here.
I moved your stuff.
And then she is going to cast Toll the Dead.
Alright.
And since it is damaged, it will do 1d12 instead.
Alright.
So he has to make a wisdom saving throw for 14 damage.
Jesus
Otherwise.
Christ.
Wisdom saving throw. Let's go.
You're a smart guardian.
Yeah, these fucking constructs.
So this is on the Spell Thief, right?
Yes.
He rolls a 5, so he's gonna take that 14 necrotic
Oh, I
damage.
thought you said on the thing. Okay, never mind that.
No,
Damn.
so how I see Toll the Dead is just a bunch of like planets form in front of him in his mind, and it just they explode, and it just makes a gong noise. I guess.
That works. All right. That Spell Thief, he stumbles a bit as he's walking, and he's clutching his head. You see that from his nose, because he's taken mostly necrotic damage at this point. His nose is bleeding, gushing blood just over his lips onto the ground in front of him. His eyes are bloodshot, and he's wavering very heavily. This last guardian is going to turn around, doesn't know which one of you to hit, so it makes a deduction, and the person stabbing it is Cassandra, so it's going to try and attack Cassandra.
Sensibly.
So, it turns around, and it is going to make that first slam attack for a 16 for 6 damage.
Okie doke.
Alright, and then it's going to try and make one more attack. An 11.
That does not hit.
So he misses again, and it's unfortunate, but he can't do anything. Jose is doing his stuff. Trey, you see this guy, he is like struggling. He is like bleeding from his like eyes and his nose and his mouth. You see that necrotic damage just going up his arm from you.
Yeah, so Trey is just gonna give chase.
Alright.
He can go 30 feet, which gets him there.
Mm-hmm.
And on the way, he's gonna unsheath his sword and try to run the thief through with it.
Alright. That is going to be a miss.
Alright, I'm favored by the gods. So if I miss with an attack roll, I can roll 2d4 and add it to the total.
Alright.
So, slash roll 2d4.
So
That makes
it'd
it
be an
18.
18. Alright. You deal 8 damage, no, you deal 4 damage.
4 damage. Yeah, I rolled a 1 on the damage dice.
Oh my god.
And he
Classic.
stumbles a bit, and he looks back in absolute terror. But it's not enough damage to fell him.
Unfortunate.
You got any distance spells, Cassandra?
I got a lot of random stuff in my arsenal. Trust me, I am going to try.
Alright, I don't think I have anything I can really do with a bonus action right now, so that's gonna be my turn.
Okay.
And you are 50 feet away from him,
Yeah.
just so that you can check your spell distances.
Yeah, I counted during the last turn because I
For
had a
sure.
feeling this would happen.
Real.
So let me just scroll back to what I was doing before first. I have the cunning action, so I can disengage. Correct?
As a bonus action, correct?
Yep. How far away does that just allow me to walk out of it, or?
Yep. It means that you can move your full movement, so 30 feet.
Okay. So I'm gonna go. Let's see.
Oh, also, Cassandra, you are under half health, which means you are bloodied. So whenever
Yeah.
that happens, you go into that little thing where you put your concentration, and there is a chemical bolt if you hover over it. That is the bloodied symbol.
Did you already put it on me?
I put it on you.
Okay. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, let me go back to my spells list. It's looking like it's probably gonna be this. Let me make sure. Back all the way up. So I'm going to choose our little homie, the Spell Thief here, and I'm gonna go for an Acid Splash.
All right. So one creature is within range. Dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 damage. All right. So he is going to. Nope, that's the wrong thing. He's going to attempt to dodge out of the way. That's an 18.
Bruh!
So he narrowly dodges away of the acid, and on his turn, he's going to bonus action disengage and attempt and run off the map. You can give chase.
Hold on. Can I silvery barbs that saving throw?
Post silvery barbs.
I believe I can. It says saving throw.
Succeeds on an attack
Or
roll,
no.
an ability check, or a saving throw.
Okay, yeah. You absolutely can. Let
Must
me
re-roll and use
manage
lower
that
roll. Yeah. Okay.
So let's see, dexterity. 17.
Still saves, darn.
God
And I
damn it.
wasted my silvery barbs. That's fine. That's what I get for using silvery barbs, to be honest.
It's okay, but it does run off. You can still see him,
Yeah,
but he's only moving 30 feet, so you can still see him.
yeah, and that is also my speed, so I can still catch him.
Mm-hmm.
Now he did disengage, right? So I didn't get, or I used my
Yeah.
reaction to silvery barbs just now, anyways.
Yeah, he did also disengage.
Yeah.
Alright, Honora, you are face to face with a giant tile golem.
I didn't realize that thing was still alive, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. It can't be that like healthy. Like I literally just
Yeah,
fucking.
we did a ton to it, so.
Well, that one I don't think you hit. That because you hit the one that I killed and then you ran away.
She's
Sorry,
gonna try her best.
I used we to mean the party.
Oh, okay. I thought you said I. Okay.
She's gonna do her absolute best.
Okay. Well, that's.
I
pretty
have bad
good.
news for you.
Yep.
That is a ranged spell attack.
Yep.
Oh wait, but it's a wisdom. It's a save.
Yeah.
Never mind. It is going to make the saving throw. Let's see.
I swear to God.
It is a wisdom save. Roll the 4.
Okay.
How does this kill a bunch of tiles?
I'm gonna imagine it as she aims and points this toll of the dead directly at the X that Cassandra had made, and just like this little fiery ball that's akin to like a small sun forms, and then it just thong, and then it just fucking implodes basically.
Alright, that's perfect. It flies past you. You get a little bit of a chip kind of going across your cheek that slowly bleeds, but it's nothing major, just a surface wound as it falls to the ground dead. What are you doing with your turn?
And then she also runs over. 20, 25. So that would be, I believe, everything she can do, because she cannot use the one bonus / reaction right now, as she has not met the requirements. So that will be her turn.
Okay.
But as long as the townspeople are safe, she does not care. Both of them are gone.
Alright. So, with this, we are actually going to enter a chase.
Yep.
So, I assume you're chasing after the spell thief.
Yes.
All of you?
Yes.
Okay. So, what?
Nora actually might not, as she is much slower than the rest of you.
That would not affect it.
Okay, then never mind. She'll keep going.
Okay, I'm reminding myself of the chase rules, that way I can do this properly. Because there are rules for this. Okay. Go here, go here. Scroll, waiting. Da 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 da. There it is. So beginning a chase, running the chase, dashing. Okay. I need. So you can freely use the dash action a number of times equal to 3 plus its Constitution modifier. Each additional dash action it's going to take, or you take, will requires you to succeed a DC Cons check, or you gain 1 level of exhaustion. Okay. A participant drops out of the chase if it reaches level 5. Speed becomes 0. Okay. So. I need... You can make attacks and such against things, but you cannot make opportunity attacks against each other. So, I would like Treyek to make 3 normal attacks.
Okay, with my longsword.
Yes. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Drake really fucking wants this guy dead.
6, 4, 10. All right, he's still alive. Definitely
wait.
some better days, but he's stumbling through this.
I have savage attacks. When I crit with a melee weapon attack, I roll one of the weapon's damage dice an additional time and add it.
Okay, roll one more time.
So that's another D8. I typed too many R's.
Real.
Okay.
D8.
He is still alive.
Another 2 damage. Okay.
He's still alive. Oh, nope, that's not. There we go. He's still alive. He is running. He is actually not bothering to attack you back. He is full dashing away. And so this bandit captain needs to make a Constitution saving throw. And actually, Cassandra, are you also chasing?
Yes.
Would you? You can roll your cantrips against him.
Okay.
Just 3 times up.
Yeah. Sorry, just trying to get to the. So I'm trying to find where I'm supposed. God, there's. Okay. I guess I go for the acid splash, right?
Good.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, You know, I forgot I could cast at levels.
Real.
Yeah, I don't even think about that sometimes. Well, the spell damage increases by 1d6 when you reach the 5th level, but we're not able to do that, so...
So it is just the baby.
Yeah.
Spell right now. Alright. So... It's gonna be 3 dexterity saving throws.
Yes.
For this poor guy. Alright, so it's gonna be 1, 2, and 3. He does succeed on 2 of those. However... Yeah, you need to roll.
Yep. So 1d6.
He's still alive.
Alright.
Though you do see him, he's slowing down.
This guy
he's
only gets hit with
stumbling.
acid, I swear. Well, no, actually, he took necrotic, not acid, but still. Just fucking...
Yeah, but he's
The
very
worst
much
things.
feeling a lot of pain. He's stumbling, he's crashing into things.
He's crashing out.
He's crashing out, yes. I need both of you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Am I also?
No, you're not doing the chase, if I remember correctly.
No, I said I was, because you said, oh, that
Oh.
wouldn't matter, and I said, oh, okay.
Okay, then roll your 3 attacks.
Okay,
I'm trying to get through it. Technically, there's more rules to this, but it's almost time to end, so that's a miss.
Ooh.
Well, it's not a miss, I'm sorry. That's...
yeah, there's no damage, I gotta fix that eventually. He just has to roll.
Alright, so 1, 2, 3. He's dead.
Yeah. Yep.
Man's death got told. I don't know what to tell him.
The natural one killed him already, as he had 1 hit point. After everything you did, he had 1 hit point by the time she got there. And he explodes and he falls to the ground dead as the loot that he had kind of rolls out from underneath him.
Ooh.
I kind of just like turn around and look at Honora and go, "You gotta teach me that."
Okay. It's just Toll the Dead.
It's just Toll the Dead, she
It's
says.
just Toll the Dead.
It's just Toll the Dead.
Dong.
I took a sip of my water and I didn't choke.
Totally.
Alright, do you go after...
Yeah, Honora would pick up whatever he's rolled on the
I'm
ground.
picking up what you're dropping.
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're dropping, and then I'm gonna go return it if it was someone else's.
And it's easier because you don't have to bend over to pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
So, a couple things.
She has her own string servant to it.
Several things, actually.
Oh. Bastard.
You find 60 GP worth of stolen jewelry.
Okay.
Hog.
You see, you recognize it from being actually a part of the jewelry that was being sold at this exotic shop.
Mm-hmm.
You find 1 scroll of shield that has a marking of what seems to be some mage guild on it.
Okay.
And you also... Let me make sure. You also find... Where the hell is it?
Oh, no, we're looking for it still.
A satchel that if... Do you open the satchel?
Yeah.
You find an elemental shard that begins to hum violently if left unattended.
I elementally sharded.
Okay.
And
it's being attended to as we speak.
all right.
That sounds bad. Because that sounds bad.
Yeah, so you have all of that. What do you do with it?
Well, Lenora is going to take the jewelry back to the stand and return the jewelry and all of the stolen things. And as for the scroll and elemental piece, she thinks it's probably for the best, since we don't know where it came from, to bring it back to the Silver Winds to see what they know and what they can do. And or the guards, but probably the Silver Winds.
All right. So all 3 of you return back, and the person who is helping this woman kind of stand up, and she essentially got stabbed by this dude in the process of him running away.
Mm-hmm.
And as he looks over, he sees you all returning, and he sees his stuff, and he goes, "Oh, over here, over here."
Okay.
Oh, thank you so much.
Don't worry about it. Just glad we could help. And she hands it back to him, all of his jewelry.
Thank you. And he's going to take it, and he puts it back onto his cart. And this woman looks up and nods and just, you could take some of the fruit or something, or you can even take some of the meat if you want, as a thank you for that.
Thanks. That'll be really nice. We appreciate that. Are you doing all right?
I've seen better days, and you see that she has a pretty nasty, it's like kind of bleeding through the makeshift bandage the dude has. on her, but she took a pretty bad hit.
Well, you don't gotta worry about him anymore, at least.
Cassandra and Thayek.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are you guys doing?
I think Trey is gonna go, like, check out the body.
All right, so that's a while back, but you can do that.
Sorry. Yeah, I wanted, I was having trouble interjecting there, but yeah, I did want to check out the body kind of before we came back.
It's fine.
And basically, like, I'm assuming he's like bleeding out everywhere.
Yep.
Yep. So Trey's gonna draw some like weird symbols in the blood and start praying.
All right.
I'm probably going to approach the vendors in town that are still around the area and try to like just maybe ask them if they know what that was about.
Most of them don't really know, but they do say that, Horatio usually sells some magic items, so it was probably something to do with that.
And where can I
He
find this?
buys-
Oh, sorry.
Horatio is this guy. This is
Okay.
Horatio. Horatio.
Hip hip.
Horatio. But yeah. He, and as you approach, you actually realize, like, he's from Nathar.
Oh.
You can tell looking at him. He has the typical garb, not of any of the, like, major, like, settlements out there, but he is, wearing some of the caravan looking, like, garb.
Okay. I out of curiosity, when I should probably move my character near to Horatio. I approach him. I kind of just go, not from this area either, are you?
No, not really. I moved here. Well, not moved. I came here to trade a few months ago.
Would it be Nathari? Would that be like the?
Yeah,
The pro-
Nathari.
You're Nathari,
Which-
correct? Oops, sorry.
Which Horatio's a really weird name for him to have.
Yeah.
And he nods and just half.
Oh. What's the other half, if I may ask?
Albanian. Though if you look deeper into that, it would be half Burkian, half Albanian. Half Nathari.
Interesting. How long ago were you last there?
6-7 months ago. I went back to get some trade from the caravans.
I don't suppose you're aware of any groups of bandits over there, are you?
Well, most people are, but none that would make their way here.
Does the name Cepheus ring a bell?
Cepheus. Not Cepheus, but Safari.
Safari. Uh, with that, I kind of just like I realize I'm getting a bit intense, and I kind of back off a little bit, and I just go, "Nice to meet another Nathari here. Um, did you? So he witnessed everything that just happened?
Yeah, and he was
Yeah.
the dude who was mainly stolen from.
Okay. What exactly got stolen, if I may ask?
Bunch of jewelry.
It was just a jewel. Okay.
Mostly jewelry, and I had a magic item that I was saving for one of the mages here.
Oh. Is it a big name, or is this just like a locally known mage?
Locally known, but fairly big in the area.
Oh.
He's a part of the Sun, not Mage Guild, or as the locals call it, El Corazon El Sol.
Okay. So is that like the Heart and Sun or something? That sounds okay.
Yeah, it's the Heart of the Sun.
Okay. I say, well, sorry this had to happen. I'm gonna go reconvene with my roommates, and I kind of just like slowly start walking toward Nora.
All right.
Trey has wandered down here, and he's just looking for where he dropped his bananas.
Honora makes sure to grab some of the meat, but not like too much. She doesn't want to, take too much from a woman who literally just almost died. So she takes like probably enough meat to feed them for tonight, maybe tomorrow also.
All right.
And she thanks the woman and hope you feel better, basically, is what she says as she reconvenes with Cassandra and makes her way over to Treyuk and Co. Yeah.
Co being bananas.
Yeah, Co being bananas.
Copious amounts of bananas.
Louisa, the food merchant says thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of are able to relax a bit, and truthfully, you're able to spend a bit of money here if you would like. Although they're going to give you a discount, which is really funny because you just saved them from dying to golems made out of the very art they decorate their homes with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Honora's gonna go look for books while you guys look at weapons, because she's been dying too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I pick up a sword and just start swinging it around.
Maria doesn't care. She's sitting there with her arms crossed, like it?
Is there anything that would be like preferential to like like anything non-metal?
There's jewels.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not too interested in. I mean, the jewelry is nice, but I'm a bit of a not fickle. What's the word? I don't like spending my money very much if I can avoid it.
If you're looking for the more practical stuff, I would go over to Greta.
Greta.
And Greta's the person who's over here.
Yeah, I will do that.
And she has a lot of like wooden jewelry, staves. Although this guy has a lot of staves as well, so they're kind of the two people you would go to.
Okay.
This is all. Again, the temptation I had to name him Juan.
João.
Juan.
Okay, Greta and Paul.
Or Juan Paul.
João Paul.
Yeah.
What was that?
As Trey takes his sword and puts it on the ground, and then takes the sword from the shop and starts swinging it down on his sword to see which one breaks first.
You gotta pay to do that. I guarantee mine will win, but...
I do not have money.
Huh.
Seeing you
How much?
edge over.
Well, right there. That is... And she leans closer. That there is... And she looks at it. It's a fine sword. That means that it's not magical or anything like that. But what it does is it's a bit more sturdy. And by that I mean it is the equivalent of a non-magical +1 sword.
Okay.
It's the only one I have, so don't break it, or don't, do anything to it. It's expensive, though.
Alright.
How much?
Spitball me.
Well, let's see. Let me make sure I have my pricing. It'd be about 150 gold pieces.
Alright, and that's with the discount.
That's with a discount. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it'd be 300.
Oof. Alright, alright.
And remember, this is non-magical. This is just a really well-made weapon.
I will give you the rest of these bananas.
No. Someone
look,
teach this man how to use money.
trust me.
Go buy a book. Go buy a book from my sister over there. She has
Don't worry.
one on banking.
Don't worry, I've been trying to do it this whole time. It's slow to take, but let me talk to... Well, as we said, we're all like splitting the money, so between the two of us, minus the 500 that the house costs.
The 150 would be pretty much the entire portion.
Yeah. So she turns to Treyek, and
You can just call him Trey, if that's
Trey.
easier.
No, that's just my mouth not working. Don't worry. And just kind of goes, now, buddy, this is gonna be all of the money that you have. Are you okay with that?
If this sword breaks my sword, I will gladly pay for it.
It's
And
probably nicer than your sword. Maybe don't break your sword. Maybe just have two swords.
He's already gone back to swinging.
Okay. And she just hands the 150 gold to Maria because she's like, I'm not arguing.
The fact that this
So-
sword is literally like a third of the house.
Mm-hmm. It's a very well made sword. Anyways, she does, however, so she'll break your platinum piece. She has enough for it.
Sweet, thank you. So
It's kind of a weird mix. Like, she'll take part of it and then she splits it with, like, the person who works here because they're kind of like a duo. So you're able to kind of split it between them. So you are able to split that and take the 500, set it aside. But with that, I am going to say it's kind of late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is a good place for us to end with us picking up. God, I hate to say it. Us picking up next time with a bit of shopping and going talking to
The
your
landlord
house.
talking to the house.
Talking to the house, talking to the person who owns the house. And I will tell you, the reason why we are not doing that tonight is because I need to go and make your house map to show you guys where you're going to be living.
Yippee!
Right on.
So,
Wow.
remember to please make sure that someone puts something in the recap because next time you guys are saying the recap, not me. All right.
I will be rewatching the VOD before uploading it on YouTube and then typing up something. So.
All right.
Cool,
Perfect.
cool.
All right, but thank you for coming to the game.
Yes.
And I hope that, you know, the people watching your channel enjoyed the first episode of Weaver of Stars.
Yes.
Guys, if you're watching on Twitch, go ahead and drop a follow Kevin if you haven't already. He's 2 followers away from his next follower goal.
or else losers.
Or else, yes. If you're
Anna, he's so
watching,
close.
if you're watching on Twitch and you want to support me on other things, I will drop in exclamation point socials and an exclamation point Discord. For those who want to, you know, find me on those stuff. If you guys want to plug any of your socials and or anything you guys want to, you know, show, you know.
Sure.
Oh, and also I exclamation point music so that you guys can know who did the wonderful music today. It was very,
the
very
song that
good.
you're listening to is actually the commissioned piece, so I was listening to it on repeat the entire time I was prepping this session.
Okay.
Let me go real quick and just drop my Twitter.
Yeah.
Anyways, here's my Twitter.
For those of you that are already familiar with my streams, you know Twy will be on pretty repeatedly.
Me?
Yeah. Rex, are you still streaming?
I don't stream that much. My computer, I need to get my computer fixed. That's got to be like a priority for me before I start trying to make content again, I
Yeah.
think. But if you want to drop me a follow, twitch.tv/Rexsquared. I'm Rexsquared on YouTube and Blue Sky. I don't use my socials that much, but I want to start maybe doing a bit more, but I've been saying that for years, so.
Okay. Normally I would do a raid out, but since I'm going to be posting the VODs and stuff and I don't feel like doing that much editing, I'm just going to end. Thank you all for coming. Once again, I appreciate it. Thank you, Corvid, for putting this all together for us.
Yeah, thanks.
Poggers.
First session was a blast. I'm really looking forward to see where things go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, guys in chat for popping in and, you know, hanging out. It means a lot. We will, you know, be keeping tabs on everything and making sure people know when the next session's going to happen. I'm very excited for it, but, you know, good things like this require a lot of prep, so we gonna have to wait patiently. Have a good night, everybody, or good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are, and or when you're watching. Peace.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.